Hello, and welcome to our 56th episode of our Adventures in Excordia campaign.
Oh,
I'm,
what's up?
I'm your GM Connor, and playing with us tonight is Karen, played by Pyro,
What did he say?
and Ariel, played by Norman,
That's unfortunate.
Silver, played by Tristan,
What's unfortunate?
Katira, played by Liv,
Chocolate! They're selling chocolate!
Morgana, played by Shane,
I get an intro this time.
and Son Kiri, played by Fergus.
I will have the Krabby Patty formula.
He would be Plankton.
Last we left off, the party continued their trek towards Lan'Mirel and Mievan, and decided to take the dangerous shortcut path to try and get there quickly. While traveling down said dangerous path, they ran into a warped Androsphinx and a small army of helmed horrors, seeming to be some sort of legionnaire under the mystic of gleeful guiles. Spotting you all out and having clear recognition of what you were there to do, attempted to stop you, and at first wanted to avoid letting Katira be slain, but towards the end cried out to forsake its master in an attempt to kill anyone else before it went down. It burned through one of Endariel's 9 life tokens, nearly took Cairn into the afterlife, and a few others were not too many more rounds until they would have also expired. You all have just finished slaying the Androsphinx. Katira has drawn the feather from inside of its guts and stowed it, and you all have made your way to the mostly collapsed house over here, as there is a relative silence in this area. Given this powerful stray was here, most of the weaker ones stayed away to avoid being consumed by it. So,
Fucking ow.
you all begin to take a short or long rest.
Ow.
Long.
Ow. Ow.
Okay.
Ow.
I remember now what the thing I was going to do. It was moving your tokens. And...
And updating the travel days.
yes. That was 9 that last day. So you all are taking your rest, and then you'll start day 10. About there. Alright. Is anybody going to keep watch?
Yes.
Who's first?
Hello.
Go ahead and give me your
And
perception.
Daryl will give assistance to everyone on watch tonight.
Oh, right, because
Thank
you don't
you.
need to sleep.
Man, let me open up my sheet.
Wait, you didn't sleep anymore?
Yep. Book
Warlock.
stuff.
Warlock, baby.
Oh.
Warlock book stuff.
Alright, so we have advantage.
Yep.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. 19. Thank you very much. Off to a good start.
I mean, to be fair, that's your average roll.
Yes, it is!
Aaron, as you're looking out, you look over towards the body of the Androsphinx, and it has been reduced to a pile of mush by the time you look at it again. That seems to have rotted. From what you can tell from where you're at, it seems to have rotted unnaturally quickly.
I flip it off.
You
Most
think it's
things I still flip it.
you think it's decomposing, but you don't see any flies or anything around the meat. You don't see like pussy or shrunken flesh. It just kind of is like a blob.
I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna say pussy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an adult. I pay taxes.
Pussy.
God damn it, shit!
I'm an adult. I pay taxes.
Hey, Connor.
Uh-huh. I'm just rolling how many Tarrasques show up. What you need, Fergus?
You don't have the guts. Are there stray horseflies?
Why?
I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
There are some astray. I'm assuming this is going to take place while you and Katira, who don't need to sleep as long, making conversation. You would be informed that there are some harmless astray, quote unquote. Things that don't really have any means of doing damage to people, and they kind of just they're almost like the herbivores of the Astray. They kind of just feed on the corruption energy around them, or have some sort of symbiotic relationship with stronger beings.
Okay.
Aren't horseflies the one that bite?
Yes, that's why I
Yes.
asked about them. Okay.
I used
Keep
to
up,
fight-
spirit guardians, and walk around like a bug
Yeah.
zapper.
Bug zapper?
You laugh, but I actually did that with like my. I think the character was Lou was level 19 at the time, and we were fighting a bunch of giant ants.
Yep.
Soloed that entire dungeon.
Nice.
They could not make my save, and upcasting it to 9th or to 8th level meant that it always did like just over their max.
What a wonderful spell.
So, who takes it over for Karen for second shift?
I go and I wake up Katira.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. In the
Heard.
middle of the 4-hour trance. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that is an interesting choice.
What is an interesting choice?
Oh,
no,
him waking me up in the middle of my 4-hour trip.
Suffer.
19. You can suffer.
Similarly, Katira, you notice the body of the Androsphinx just kind of laying there, broken and seeming to be like mechanically breaking down into a blob, but there's no active decay on it yet.
I was more pointing out that I'm pretty sure both of those should have been flat.
I
Morgana,
thought Andariel was helping us.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Exhaustion.
We're exhausted. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I take it fucking back. Oh, this is also the reminder. I forgot to mention it to you all as you were starting the combat because I was busy trying to get everything set up.
The flowers.
Yes, you can expend the use of one of your little immortal roses, just have it shrivel up and negate one of the gaining a level of Astray exhaustion. Normally it only is as a reaction when you receive it, but because I fucked up, I'll let you spend it and just knock one off.
Nah.
Cool.
Ain't no point.
I also was under the understanding that you wanted to cast Speedy Couriers on Kiri.
Yes.
Yes, because then I can send, like you said, a lantern and,
Some oil and the 2 potions of get rid of all the Astray.
yep, to my friends. The care package, quite literally.
Did you put any note or anything else in the box? And which one are you sending it to, Lan'Mirel and Mievan?
Lan'Mirel is the one I have the physical piece for.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say Lan'Mirel. Because I think that it will. I don't know if that has the same thing with Speedy Courier as it does with like sending or scrying, but feels safer.
Sending, you just need to know the person. Scrying works better if you have a piece of the person you're trying to scry.
Right.
Speedy Courier, you can know them and send it, or if you don't know them, you can have a body part. I don't.
And we have a body part.
Yes.
Hang on. Be a scrying. Which one was worse?
Huh?
Which one was hurt worse?
Yeah, wasn't one like further along?
Lan'Mirel. She was infected first, and then she.
Yeah,
hit
well, it doesn't.
Mievan.
I mean, we're sending it to both of them. It's just I think it will be easier to send it to Lan'Mirel because we have her fingernail.
We can
Okay.
only send it to
Only
Lan'Mirel.
send it to.
Exactly.
Okay, so you summon it, box, things in there. So
Yep.
you've got a lantern, some extra holy oil, 2 vials. Anything else?
I've basically written up a little letter to explain, like,
Mhm.
hey, please take these. We're on our way. We will be there soon. But in case anything holds us up, this will buy you and the rest of us time to get there and get you out safely. Don't worry about getting back. We have a shortcut.
You write that on a note, fold it, throw it in the box, and send it. And who takes over for next watch?
Just to be clear, that is happening in the morning. I did not prep Speedy Courier.
Yep.
Gotcha. Then
Morgana will go next.
Oh, give me the
I
perception
guess. Baseline. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's so sad.
As commanded.
Dude, you do know you can use the other side of the dice too.
I don't know. I think mine are
Well,
mine are
that's the
weighted.
problem. It's the dice too.
Hey Shane, roll me a d6.
Oh boy.
On Daryl, you will spot there are 5. They almost look. They're these large white moths that are on her back, and just stretching and flexing their wings out. And they've got patterns on their wings that almost look like eyes that are crying. As you stare at them, the little drip pattern travels down the wings and falls off, like it's actively crying. And she does not seem to notice that they are on her.
Now, do I think it would be dangerous for me to shoo the moths off?
They don't seem to be causing any harm at the moment. You don't know if they'd cause any if you startled them.
Alright, so she's just gonna kind of stare at them and start sketching them in one of her books.
Data collection.
Won't draw it.
Like moths to a flame.
The thing Morgana's a machine. One of those little things tickle her back there. She just reaches back and plasters it.
Get smacked.
As you do, you see the other ones flutter off, and they start to gravitate towards your lantern.
I said, good thing she's a machine,
Oh,
else
my-
it would do that.
I got you.
Oops, someone's yelling for me.
You will see about the time it's shift change, though, and Dario. Another moth flies in through the ceiling and lands over near your lantern. It's just flexing its wings next to it.
Just stare at it and leave it alone. Get back to sketching it if she wasn't able to finish the original.
Cool. Who goes next?
Yes, Zankiri.
Zonkiri, you're up. Give me that perception check.
Cool. Do. Perception.
Phenomenal. You are you are shocked by the amount of moths that are in here. Roll me a another d6 plus 2. Fergus.
Like moths to a lantern.
There's now a total of 9 in here. No, sorry, there were 5 before 3. That'd be 8. Math.
You said another one flew in right at the end by the lantern.
Oh, so there's 9. I was right. And you notice as you look up, there's like a good 10, 12 sitting on the like broken rafters, just kind of staring down at you all. Actually facing with the wings towards you as if looking out of the eye decals.
Because Zankiri's never pulled this trick before. So, Zankiri will start with, he'll use his psionic mage hand to grab the lantern from where it's sitting. And, like, you know, because the mage hand's invisible and everything, just immediately drag it into his grasp. And he's going to call out to everyone, I think we have a problem.
My bones aren't setting. Why?
Yes, I saw those earlier. From what I can tell, as long as we leave them alone, they kind of just leave us alone.
That's common sense. That doesn't apply here.
Don't know if I'd count on that. Few things people might not remember. Remember how, Katira, I think it is, you told us that certain Astray are attracted to the Order Flame?
Yes.
Try to devour it?
This could very well be one of them.
As you're waking up from your trance, Katira, you immediately know these things as like very common pests. As soon as the smallest opening to your lantern is seen, they will fly at incredible speeds and snuff out the flame by like body slamming it.
Are they frail?
So bees on a wasp.
Kind of.
Jesus.
That is a metal way to kill a wasp.
They know
Are they
there's-
frail?
They
I
have
just
a little
got back. Were
communication.
they really moths to a flame?
Yes.
Yep,
They have a little.
in a very bad way for
hive-
us.
They have a small hive-like communication that when they find an order flame, the ones in the area all start to congregate until an opening comes. If you don't take care of it, then you can end up having hundreds of these things. Just people have been straight up
Wait.
knocked like 10, 15 feet as a small ember flies out and they dive towards it and knock them over.
So are you telling me that you would not believe your eyes?
Oh my god.
All right.
Hold on. Imagine we opened it up
No.
and no. Listen. Just a tiny little crevice where they could see the light and know the flames there, and in front of it are two running chainsaws,
Bad idea.
and they just dive for it. Just
That flame goes
You're going
out.
to clog
We
your
are
chainsaws.
beyond fucked.
Katira, is there anything about them that is dangerous if they die? They spread spores or some weird wacky shit.
Do they fuck life up if they die, or is it better to just kill them?
They're pretty low on the food chain. They
All
kinda
in
just...
favor of spirit guardians?
They
I'm,
need to
9
die.
of them.
Is it dangerous to kill them?
I'm more in favor of hearing what Katira was about to finish saying before we do something hasty.
Yes, Katira.
No, I was asking Connor as Olivia. They need to die, but is it dangerous to kill them?
No. They're very bottom of the food chain with like maybe a few other things like worms down there with them. They just get eaten by other stuff mostly. Killing them is just going to leave behind a snack for something else. And you won't suffer anything bad about
They do die.
May I?
Please.
5th level.
You're insane. What a waste.
We're going to sleep!
So
We
they all
are
have-
sleeping.
They have
This is-
1 hit point.
Overkill.
Karen, you crack a toe of your hands together and just
Just a miniature blood storm. Just little blood fractals just pointing
body.
and blasting out of there.
as they burn up. There's these like shrieking noises, like somebody suddenly tripping and falling. Yep.
Just the Wilhelm scream on
they
that.
just get shredded and join the tornado. Silence.
This was
Okay.
after our rest. He said Katira gets out of the trance. That's the end of the.
Yeah,
well,
that's a spell
alright.
slot for this day, Pyro.
Okay. I do not care. I have plenty.
Okay.
Even before everyone dies.
Now I believe it was Kiri who rolled the last one, so I think we're up to you, Karen, to roll me a d20 for travel. Now,
Before we get going, did we find anything from the Ender Sphinx?
find anything? What do you mean?
Perhaps some
Loot?
Loot.
Looking to see where it crashed out of, if it left any tracks.
Other
where it
than
might
the
come
feather. I
from.
got my
It
feather.
was, you gather that it was hiding in this house,
Yep.
waiting for you all to come by.
Okay.
And that it and some other large things might be using this large crater as a bit of a thunderdome, trying to
Your
claim
loot
the
is that you
territory.
live.
Okay.
And it would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for us meddling kids.
The biggest loot would be if you wanted to harvest it for anything.
I already got that feather.
Oh.
And it turned into goo.
Did anybody want to go up and actually look at the bodies, since technically none of your all's perception were high enough to notice that?
I mean, some Kerry would, but I said he was doing that before we left off.
Yeah. Zonkiri, there are no bones in this creature. They were here yesterday.
It's a no bones day.
Its bones are gone. Give me a Arcana check or religion.
No bones about it.
It's a
Okay.
no bones day. We miss you, Noodle.
Bone!
So, as a necromancer, you know of a very many rituals about cursed creatures living as shambling skeletons. And you think back to its final moments where it cursed its creator and boss. You have a feeling that somewhere there's some skeletal androsphinx doing some shitty grunt work as penance.
Oh, she took his bones.
Heh.
Put them back, bitch.
Note to self. Give the skeletons cavioles.
Give them what?
Cudgels.
Baseball bats.
Okay.
Because
My brain heard like cavioles, and I was like, that's a word I'm not familiar with.
Yeah,
Nah.
caviar.
if it's a big skeleton now, he'd bust it up like any other skeleton.
Break some knees.
Pizza.
Someone say pizza.
Trumbull.
So,
Does anybody know whether an androsphinx would be under A for androsphinx or S for sphinx?
androsphinx is
Yeah.
one.
I think it's under S.
Under
I
A.
think
Sure, they're
in the
under
monster
A.
manual. Are you asking like in the monster manual?
I think they're mammals.
Yeah. Let's go with
I think in the
that.
monster manual they're under S for Sphinx because I think they're Andro and Gyno are together.
There's
Okay.
its own stat block called androsphinx. It is one word. You don't hear me?
Yes.
I said a couple
Here
things.
is-
And I,
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
just
Yes,
Connor.
Dearest, but in the actual monster manual book,
Androsphinx just means male sphinx,
Yes. So
and there's the gynosphinx, which is the female sphinx. And I'm asking in the books when they list, because they list them alphabetically, are they listed next to each other under sphinx, or are they listed separately by
No,
their
separate.
alphabetical?
I believe they have
no,
their
I'm
own stat
fairly
block.
certain
I'm
they're
pretty sure
listed next
separate.
to each other.
I can just look at a PDF of the monster.
Yeah,
manual
I'm
and
looking at my
answer
PDF
for you.
right now. Wow,
So,
Androsphinx and Gynosphinx right next to each other under S for Sphinxes.
So Karen,
Like I said,
What?
you rolled a 4.
I did.
As you all are traveling, you see the broken bodies and corpses of many different astray in the area. And even in the short time you all have been here, there's already some low to medium grade astray sniffing around to try and basically astray hyenas coming to scavenge now that the androsphinx isn't actively whooping everything that comes near. They're in the area, and traveling carefully to avoid them will cost you an extra days of movement. Or rather, you'll only get half a day's movement.
Well, answer the necromancer.
Use this for horror blasting. Give me a survival or religion check to harvest them, and then we'll see.
Gains.
And survival or religion.
Intelligence or wisdom? What were the wisdoms?
12.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, the bones were violently ripped out, and there's not enough left for you to make anything out of as you start cutting into it.
Cool.
1 second. Also, my dad was calling me. I need to. And we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, you all end up having to slow your pace to avoid not having to fight packs on packs of these hyenas.
Stacks on stacks.
Racks on racks.
Shane's getting thirsty.
And that brings us to the next person, Norvin. You
Oh,
are
hold on.
Holding.
Just describe to me the terrain these hyenas are in.
There's a little bit of a flatland area with littered corpses around that you all are walking through. And remains, I should say.
Dang, I was hoping.
almost like a elephant graveyard.
I was hoping for a crevasse. Oh well.
I could feel what you were wanting.
Poison smoke everywhere. Repeat of the orc passage.
Turns.
Oh. See, I was thinking of the green smoke from Lion King.
No, we had to get through a
I remember
pass
the
between
story.
two mountains, and there was an army of orcs in there, and I just gassed them all.
Cloud kill.
What you mean we do in the shower?
Northern roll me a d20.
Hold on, before as for ending that day,
Mhm.
I am going to be casting contingency.
Ooh.
Ooh. Is that a
How'd
new
you find out
one?
what?
Yes, I only had enough time to finish copying it because we remember that half a day we stopped at the was it the temple?
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
going in the slot.
I needed 3 extra hours to finish
Mm,
putting it in
Nifty.
there.
ooh, cool. What's the post contingency for me? Is this one where you declare a spell to go off at an event?
Yep,
What do you set, and what's the condition?
I'm setting greater invisibility for when I use my bowl of command water elemental.
Ooh, nice. All right. You prepare it, and your little ivory carved statue. Didn't you? Did you buy that, or I feel like you ran into something with ivory and you carved it?
I fabricated it.
Oh, okay. All right. You cast your contingency at the end of the day.
Believe it or not, I'm a little paranoid when it comes to spell components. So even before I get the spells, I tend to get a lot of them.
So we've had another long rest, so clickety clack.
Don't talk back.
So,
No, talk about
and 8. Roll me a d100 normal. Cool. You all find on your journey, you find a let me update your counter. You will find a cave opening that seems to be uninhabited.
Mm.
Did you want to go in?
Can we make any sort of check to
Last
see if
time
it
we
actually
went
is?
into a cave, we found a god baby.
By the time
Very
before
good.
that, we got a day off.
True.
I'll cast something to check it out.
What's the something?
Boop.
Ooh.
It's big, hairy, and
I-
pink.
I had a feeling we were going to be coming across more caves.
You send out the arcane eye, and there. Give me a perception or investigation check as you're looking through it.
Oop. Let's see. Make sure I turn that off.
Hmm.
Eh.
It seems to go in and down for a little ways until it gets towards the edge of your range. And then you have to pull it back.
Wow.
Very slow, steady decline.
Yeah, probably best not to go in there. It goes sloping downward for about 3 miles.
Yes, let's avoid that.
All right.
So, you all make camp in the wild. And I need Silver to roll me a d20. As you all start day 13.
Day
Yeah,
13! Everybody give it up for day 13!
Of course, I have the cursed number. Let's see.
9!
I need to pull something up. And while you all are traveling, you come across a small pack of astray. You stop and pause, and you see that there's just a series of minks, all kind of moving like herd animals. And you almost want to stop and give a little aw. until you hear like something steps on a twig in the distance, and they all like start wrapping around each other until they form this like huge-sized mink. Some forming these eyes and hands.
What the fuck?
And this large-sized mink walks over to the noise, knocks down a
Mink's
tree.
It's a Minx King.
Christ.
And then after it, you see like some small rodent, like a stray, trying to get away. Like basically just a rat with chicken wings. They grab it, throw it into the mouth of the mink king. You hear crunching noises. A couple minks shoot out of the back, and then they uncombine, and their little herd keeps scurrying through the woods away from you.
Jeez Christ.
How horrifying.
How horrifying.
Sound baby.
And that's all that happens for the day.
Cool.
That's fucked up.
Katira,
All right.
I believe you are
Indeed.
2 days out.
Another 9.
Day and a half out. No, almost 2 days.
I rolled another 9.
So, okay. I'll have to give you some more context for something after the session live, because I told you I was going to give you annotations on how I use this table. And this actually reminds me of an important point. I wanted to get to. I need everybody to give me a DC 20 Dexterity saving throw. It is a group check. You need 4 successes before 2 failures. That's 1 success.
Oh, wait.
Okay, does my advantage from danger sense count for this, or?
What happens is as you are moving, you hear a crack in the ground as a large sinkhole opens up beneath you all. And you.
Okay, that sounds like yes.
Yes. Danger sense will apply. An 18
Okay, it
will
doesn't
fail.
matter.
That's 1 failure.
There's like no fucking way our party can survive this.
Yeah!
This is fucked up.
So,
Not 2 failures.
so as you all are falling, if you've gotten the 4 successes,
Really should have let the people with a higher dex roll before the low dex people, because it's like
Yeah,
It's-
I was
it's gonna-
trying to.
it's gonna happen
I was trying
anyway.
to get my.
if the 4
it should
people,
it shouldn't be before, Connor. What I'm trying to say is it should just be overall.
I think we should move
I
on.
understand what you're doing. I know what you're doing because that's what
No,
Matt Mercer
because
does. But Connor, you're doing this because this is what Matt Mercer says. But he does that in a skill check when it's people get
Yeah.
to decide what to contribute.
yes, and in this case, if 4 people had succeeded, the other 2 would have just been grabbed and pulled along.
Okay, I mean, we could still do that. We still got. I mean, if one more person fails, then there's no point. But we still have more chances.
Okay, go ahead. Somebody else roll another one. I won't split hairs over the random encounter table. And as I was saying,
Now we can't.
Would a flash of genius help?
No.
That would help
DC
mine,
20.
I guess.
Yeah.
DC
we're
20.
past that now.
Of course we are.
Okay.
We.
What would I
We're
have
past
gotten?
seeing the roll. We got the result has been declared for that roll, and we moved on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would have
we-
been failed. It would have been all failed.
Like I said,
Matter.
DC 20, we're just kind of fucked.
Yeah.
As it opens up, you all fall, and you all take.
And there's a reason I prepped this with scrolls. Featherfall!
Good job.
Is it possible to activate my boots in time?
I drink my Red Bull.
You all, as the sinkhole begins to open up, Featherfall, you all go down the 60 feet. You have technically a turn. There's still a ways down that you will go with Featherfall, unless there's somebody that teleports or flies or etc.
Fly, grab my girlfriend, dimension door, back up.
He's the one that has wings.
You good, Zankiri?
Yeah.
They got Featherfall.
Okay.
They're not going to take damage either way. And
No, I mean,
Antero will just keep
yeah,
ferrying
well-
people back up.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so round 1, you teleport up. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to do?
I was just gonna climb up the wall as a bear.
I can just vertical run as a monk. Monk shit. Dope monk shit.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics check, both of you, to try and
I have a climb speed.
swim to the wall, because you're not
Oh, okay.
falling right next to it.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right.
You're kind of just gonna like try and push off a falling debris.
You said
Crunch.
what?
Athletics
Check.
or acrobatics.
I'll take this food.
Either
14.
dope monk shit or just sheer core power. Karen, you try and tuck and roll and move forward, and you all just see Karen doing like front flips in the air, not going forward.
I swear, it's this fucking planet.
Katia, was yours a straight 14?
Yeah, I don't think I have advantage.
You keep trying to push off, and you go another round. You're a little closer, and the DC to get to the wall is easier, but you don't quite make it there.
How far away is the wall?
10 feet.
Sorry, Karen.
Goodbye.
And vertical run.
Have you used this before?
If I have, it's been a while. I think the last time I used this was our first encounter with Zyrteth.
I honestly forgot you have this.
And
Basic
I can
Rachel
carry-
Feature, baby.
I can carry Karen's weight, right?
Well, you're at the top.
You're already at the top because
Daryl grabbed you.
Daryl
Daryl.
grabbed you.
yeah.
I'm still
shit.
taller.
So
I guess I'll grab onto
Just a huffy
Karen.
werebear. Just a huffy polar werebear.
I
just
can't
getting
take
dragged up.
anybody with me. That's how I know I did this in the Zyrteth fight, is because I was going to take that little girl. But I couldn't take anybody with me.
So Silver, you grab Karen, and then what?
Wait.
I guess I lift him to
Karen has a moment of realization. Son of a bitch, and he poofs out of existence and just lands at the top of the crater. I have the fucking cape on a mountain back. God damn.
Wow.
Okay,
Wait,
Karen's
what
eye-
happened?
Karen's eye. Well, you look down. Karen's eyes wide. And he's like, "Son of a bitch," and just poofs.
This cape of the mountain back. You do a dramatic flare with the cape, and then you disappear and reappear at the
I just-
place.
I just
It
pop,
and
and then
that's some
I'm the
cast
top.
door.
What's it?
I do
Well, then-
appreciate that you didn't bother to take anybody with you, Karen.
I'm very huffy.
You realize at the top,
You-
oh fuck, this spell is the one that lets you carry people.
you good, son, Kiri?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
flying with my boots.
all right. So, Carrie, did you have something to do with the 60-foot level, or did you?
I was just gonna polymorph and fly up.
Okay.
I love that everyone had a different version of a solution.
You
That was
all
really
look down at the 200-foot sinkhole at the bottom with an angry necrotic centipede, and fly out.
Oh, what?
Necrotic centipede.
Hey, yo.
Funny.
Mm,
Well, I remember I have that now.
Oh, I really want kaiju battle, but
Yeah.
Wow.
that brings us to Morgana. Oh, this is almost your last day of travel. I mean, this should be the very last day, unless something goes wrong.
Unless travel take.
You
Unless
shouldn't have
Shane
said
rolls.
that.
Unless he rolled a 1.
17!
Yay!
Yay!
That
He looks in the encounter table. Roll a D100. That many fucking stray sheep charge at you.
Not these stray sheep!
It's just the ones who go with mattress.
so nothing happens.
Yeah.
The stray sheep counter is avoided.
Real
now.
quick, Connor, I have a question.
Yes.
If Morgana unbinds to her chainsaws, can they just stay in her arms as like disabled and divert power away
Yeah.
from them?
That works.
Okay,
Um.
that's what I did.
Oh gosh, where is the? I've got to find the track I used for. Hang on. We're gonna have a bit of a music change.
Ooh, spicy.
Given our
Alright,
roles, just start playing carnival music.
No,
I forgot you did the music stuff.
uh, let's see. There.
Neg.
Hmm.
I do, but I'm using it.
Thanks.
Sorry, it's mine. It's my crystal scimitar. I mean, if you want to borrow my +1 quarterstaff, you can use it one-handed.
God damn it.
It is magical.
I mean, better than a sickle.
So, as you all make your way into the Serpent's Valley, where you'd previously seen it, the serpent before, who has the highest passive perception here?
Me.
Oh, great. Stirring this bullshit up
Are
again.
you sure about
Get out of my house!
24?
Karen,
Bastard.
there's a
Kick your ass.
as you all are walking, you all are so tired of this planet. It doesn't really click for most people at first. But there's a crunch underneath your feet that sounds like snow, which catches you off guard because it's not cold. But as you look down, there's some sort of like something on the ground, or the ground itself crunches as you walk on it. As you stop and pick it up, you see it's like a sheath of scales, like the outer layer of skin.
Oh, that is unpleasant.
And you look around, and there is dead snakeskin all around you all. The one which you're looking at currently is about... Give me a perception check actively as you spot it.
Alright. 25. No, actually, 20. I have advantage, right? So, yeah. There.
With the shield?
Yeah.
That's why you have to have it.
Big brain. Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to
Some shit
perceive
up.
shit otherwise because you're not the person spec'd into it.
Get on my level.
So, Karen, you
Yeah.
spot this snakeskin is 15 feet across.
I unfurl it like a scroll.
That is the side to side, not the head to tail measurement.
I just unfurl that shit like a scroll and show everyone else.
And you all see
It's a
this.
big snake.
The woods are filled with this snakeskin. Katira, you don't remember this thing being that big the last time you saw it.
No, I don't. That is disconcerting.
And it is fairly obvious to you all that a freshly molted snakeskin means that it got bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah, that's
I am
disconcerting.
immensely glad that I called on you all before tracking this thing down.
Hey Shane, Marcel tell you about the Delmadur yet?
No.
Well, if we're skilled enough, looks around at the party of the few people in loud things, then perhaps we can avoid disturbing it and get to our quarry.
One can only hope.
Katira, you lead them to the ledge where you first started and got eyes on the cave, and you all see this. Now you find your crevasse, or crevice, Zonkiri. You see a very gradual valley with this cave, this almost like a bear's den with a large stone in front of it, sitting about a quarter of the way through it. You don't spot any snake. But Katira points out that small cave down there, that small tomb-like place, is where Lan'Mirel and Mievan were.
And should still be, considering the stone is still in front of the entrance.
Yep.
It hasn't been breached. That's good. At least I'm choosing to believe that it is good.
Optimism is fine on this planet, I'm sure.
How would you all like to advance?
Quietly.
Very carefully.
I will need a group stealth check then if you're all going
From
down to it.
From the middle back of the park.
I certainly am.
Alright, give me your stealth check.
I don't wanna.
Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Any pass without a trace.
Don't have pass without a trace. I did.
Oh! It does a bump while looking at his spell list.
That's some
Pixie
good
dust.
pixie dust. Yeah.
Zunkiri will cast Enhance Ability Dexterity on. Let's see. Who would benefit greatly from advantage?
Hello, young man.
I have disadvantage because my armor, so.
Same, Gaber.
Okay. What about? So Katira's already rolled. What about Morgana?
She has a +6 and disadvantage from armor.
Okay, so gonna hit Morgana. It's 2. Silver, your dex is pretty high, right?
Yes. What's happening?
Stealth check.
How's your stealth?
I have.
In your infiltrator suit?
Let me see. I'm not in my infiltrator. Sadly, I didn't know we were going to be infiltrating anywhere. So, stealth is at 7.
All right. So Morgana, Silver, Cairn. So 2, 3, 4. Karen, what's your stealth?
1 at
Okay.
disadvantage.
So
Wow.
not Karen then. So
Goodbye.
Zunkiri, Morgana, Silver, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so Zunkiri, Morgana, and Silver. Yeah. So Zunkiri, Morgana, Silver, casting Enhance Ability at 4th level.
Okay. So you all go ahead and roll the rest of your stealth checks. With most of you at advantage.
At you.
Baseline, baby.
4.
22.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
1.
21.
Remember to turn off guidance this time. 20.
Nice.
Why Karen and Zunkiri got the same shit?
Young man. Is
Uh,
need to fill down. I say, young man.
As you all are coming down into this valley, there's a fairly steep section where you all are hopping down. And as Karen comes down, he plants on a stone and it breaks, and you see him start to bounce on the rocks before you all grab him by the collar.
Shit, fuck, got
And then just kind of hold his arm as you all move down.
I do not enjoy this planet.
Oh, and Daryl didn't have it?
Those are some lopsided rolls.
And Daryl too then. Let's say Karen's rock breaks, he falls, hits her, and they both start to... Doesn't matter. You get a 5. This is the narrative. As you weren't expecting the people's elbow from above you from Karen. What was the Baldur's Gate
Don't
meme?
give her
The
a reason to
owlbear
hate
from-
me again, you shit.
What's the owlbear meme from Baldur's Gate? What was the name of it?
Owlbear from the top rope.
Yeah,
The top.
you get werebeared from the top rope without expecting it.
I was in the middle of typing it when you said it.
But Morgana catches you and Daryl, and the others catch Karen. As you don't think you've alerted anything in the area.
Sorry.
Pink eye.
You all make your way over. You're now standing in front of the stone where Lan'Mirel and Mievan should be on the other side of.
It's like a big ass door.
You think like the tomb Jesus was buried in? Just
Yep.
big
The stone
fucking
in front of
stone
it.
rolled in the way.
Yep.
All right.
Morgana.
It's time.
I will assist Morgana.
So what are you intending to do? Just push it, roll it out of the way?
Not just a stupid boulder.
Whichever way gets it, like, fully out of the way. Lifting it, spinning it, whatever.
So it looks like this rock fell down a little bit to fall into place here. You could either try and push it down and have it go towards the valley, but it might pick up speed and cause noise, or a harder check to push it back uphill into a little pocket area where you could leave it and not make much noise.
No noise probably be better, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go harder
Immediately.
check, no noise.
Give me an athletics check as you do your Sisyphus simulator. with
Yeah, it's
advantage.
nice as too.
Okay.
So
quite. Okay. I was gonna ask if using a block and tackle would help.
What?
mm,
I heard you start to say something, I was waiting. But then Everyone
Block and
kept saying
tackle.
stuff.
A block and tackle. The thing that lets you lift 4 times your.
Oh, pulley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no for this one. And mainly because she's already rolled.
I imagine it would have been too hard to get a hold on that with how he described it being
Yeah,
launched in there.
It is also like a very large object, and there's not a great place to get any anchors in. But a 27 will do it.
That's not a 27. You forgot the guidance.
Oh, go ahead. Give me guidance.
31.
4!
Morgana, you plant your hands, and you will. It's as if somebody like picked up a stone and skipped it across a creek. That's as much noise as she makes pushing this thousands of pounds of rock up and
Nice.
into the spot on the mountain where it broke free. And just kind of taps it. And just you almost hear like a pop as it goes into place. And inside you see.
No!
I need to unsee that
No.
message, Norman.
No!
Oh Lord.
Hey, YouTube, we here at Dice-aster. I can't. I can't. I go home over
Man,
here.
we saw what y'all did to the Atropol. We get it. Not a fan of kids here on this channel.
What are you talking about? I love babies.
No. No, baby, for you.
Prison, jail for you. Straight to jail.
Right
Straight to
to jail.
Right to
Right
jail.
Believe it or not, jail.
Overcooked chicken.
It's not been a prison
Overcooked,
built.
undercooked.
It's not been a prison built yet that can hold me.
As you will put
With the overcooked, under.
Katira.
Yeah.
As Morgana pushes this stone up, you see immediately pouring out the purifying order flame from the cave. As you see sitting there with just a bandage around their arm and very little other wear and tear, Lan'Mirel and Mievan in perfect condition.
Yay. The sigh of relief that swept through the Niner.
Can you describe to me? There were a couple feelings you had. There was like 1 or 2 you hadn't done yet, right?
That was one big overarching one, and then the last 2 that were underneath it. Let me look and find exactly what they were. Scroll down to my pictures. Post session 50 or pre session 53. So I have enthralled, rapture, enchanted
Okay,
under joy.
gotcha. As you're staring at them, you feel this welled up feelings of happiness, this relief, the lack of sadness, anger, the stress and fear that have been filling you is just all of a sudden let go. And they stare at you, and you all see these 2 figures who you saw just days ago, on the cusp of oblivion, stare at you with the most neutral expressions you've ever seen, and respond. Hello, Katira. It is good to be rescued, as the male figure speaks. The masculine figure speaks. And
I'm very glad we were able to find you in time.
It was quite fortuitous. It was difficult trying not to choke with fish gills. Then the feminine figure speaks up. Yes, I am quite ashamed of my weakness that led to a vulnerability in our unit. And they just stare with a very heavy silence looking at you.
Jared just kind of looks at them for a second, turns back around to Dariel. Is that really what I was like a few months ago?
Morgana just nods.
They get up, stretch their hamstrings, and start walking with the lantern to you out of the cave. We were informed you had some other method out of here.
That would be up to my compatriot. Zankiri, do you think you can get us back, or do we need to wait?
I can, but what do you all know of this snake? Is there any chance it could interfere with teleportation? We might need to get away from this place first.
As if in poetic timing, Katira, you feel a chill run up the back of your spine.
Oh no.
And as if somebody were speaking to you just outside the corner of your eye,
Oh no.
you hear a voice come to you. This isn't how you play the game. You turn.
They're not part of the game.
You all see Katira talking to the air as she turns and looks at nothing.
It looks bad.
And what game is that?
It's the Mystic.
The what?
Katira, as you're returning to the voice, you look over and you see a pile of feathers, like a nest, that look familiar as you produce one from your pocket.
I hold up the feather. Have I not, out of character, Liv asking, I thought I have told you guys about her.
You have.
A mystic? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mystic of Gleeful Giles.
Not from my memory.
It's the one I saw in Zankiri's challenge.
Oh,
Zankiri's
No,
challenge.
it wouldn't have been there.
Well, it was Talagat's challenge, but yeah, it was Talagat's challenge to Zankiri for us.
Just defending his honor real quick. Don't mind me.
Honor? Death?
You all see her, and you remember, Katira, that you found this feather inside the body of that Anderson.
Oh, I remember very well.
And you see now that there's some just laying here in the middle of the valley. About 7 of them.
Outside the cave or inside the cave?
Just in the dirt in the valley. You just spot some in the direction you turn and look.
They're not a part of this game. I am. Leave them out of it.
You all hear, for the first time, thunder crack through the valley. You all haven't heard any rain or downfall before. This is the first time you've heard any... The thick blanket of smog above you is pretty uniform for most of the time. Now you start to see these arcs of lightning up there. And the wind begins to blow through the valley. They are part of the game as long as we're playing. You should know that by now. I can't explain the rules to you all the time.
Leave them out.
Or what? That's what I thought. As you all are standing there hearing this lightning, can everybody give me a dexterity saving throw as arcs of lightning will begin to shoot down from the sky?
No, I'd rather wisdom saving throw.
19.
17.
Half damage, half damage.
What a surprise. Oh, baby.
Full. That's 2, 4, 5, 6. And Daryl, Katira, Morgana, you take. Wow. Okay.
2 points of damage.
Okay, so everyone is rolling bad today. Lovely. So we take 5.
Mm-hmm. And then I need a charisma saving throw.
Of course.
What strikes down is this negative bolt. Like darkness shoots down and a bright light.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn
sucked
my
out of
rose
the
for
air.
that one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll burn the rose.
Did you know
If I recall-
save at all?
I mean, we're not in combat, so we just leave, right?
Okay, I just.
It doesn't. I'm pretty sure I already have other things that count as reliquaries, so I'll just burn the reliquary. I don't care. I already have other things that do the
And
same.
Daryl, you succeed the save. Sankiri, Morgana, you fail.
Let me see. Getting back to my sheet. I just reloaded the page, so I hopefully have better rolls.
I took, what, 2 damage from it?
Okay.
You succeed. So I'm assuming Morgana and Zankiri, you burn your rose to not take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Karen burns as well.
You know what,
Sure.
You succeeded, so
I know. I was thinking of having a flash of genius to help them on the save, but if they want to burn something,
I don't have one. I gave mine to Dark.
oh, that's right. Rip.
so I'll
Do we
give
know-
her a flash of genius.
That will turn it into a
Two.
success. With the +4,
Yeah.
pushing into an 18. This first bolt of lightning strikes down, and this concentrated, corrupting energy hits you all. You look up and you see in the flash, like as if it pulls light from the area around you and sucks it up into the sky. You see this large silhouette of a serpentine figure in the clouds.
I hold up the hour order lantern.
It still remains lit.
I know, I'm holding it up like a... Stay back. Stay back, bitch.
So I'm curious,
So-
you were asking if you could just go.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have teleportation circle in the spell gem?
Yeah. Zankuri will start by using his Scion step to step 5 feet to the left.
Okay.
I don't have time for magic circle, and I'd rather burn that to find out that there's no teleportation in this area than what's in the gem.
Oh, it succeeds.
More.
How close is everybody?
You're all around each other within, I'd say you're all within a 10-foot circle.
Lan'Mirel,
I would make sure we're all staying within the radius of the lantern.
Which is
That's perfect then.
including Lan'Mirel and them. Just
Yep,
get
and
him
the-
in, get him here. Get him in the group huddle.
Stay
Zon-
close.
Zankuri will hand the gem to Karen and say, Karen,
Yeah.
cast this right under us.
All right. I will
And
take
Zankuri will
the stone.
cast a different spell.
I'll take the stone and plop it right in the middle of us. Use it.
Okay. What spell do you cast on Gary?
Dispel magic.
Cool. Targeting anything in particular, or
The teleportation circle.
you cast a spell magic on the teleportation circle as it?
After we go through it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
I'm shutting the door behind us.
I understand now.
God damn
I
this
thought
man!
I thought you were
cool.
baiting out a counter spell or something. I was like, what are you?
No, last thing we need is to leave a open doorway for this girl and her giant snake monster to dive into the middle of the open city that is the last refuge here.
You're still right, though.
So Karen, you squeeze the gem slightly. The energy flies out and opens the teleportation circle under you all. You all fall through, and gravity flips as you spit out the other side. And Zonkir, you hit it with a dispel magic. You're sitting in Pharus.
Are Lan'Mirel and Mievan back with us, safe?
They are.
Yeah.
Everything seems fine.
Now let's get on the ship and get the fuck out of
The
here.
fact that the
Until
music
it
is
wasn't.
and I have suspicions of things.
Fuck you,
Is
Shane.
that fake?
All right, well, I'll be taking that back, Karen.
Yeah, here you go.
Katira, again, you feel a chill run up your spine. Just because you don't want to sit at the table doesn't mean I won't play.
Let them go.
No. I don't think I want to.
Release them.
I ask again then. Or what?
I will unleash everything I have against you.
Well, I hate to spoil it for you, but that's what I've been asking you to do this whole time, so no, I don't think I'm gonna stop.
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you to let them go. Iro, that's not a me question.
Can we hear this?
No,
Because no. Okay.
No, Katira's just having another one of her episodes.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that's
it
fine.
went into remission. It's back now.
Yeah, I love that Pyro's asking me. I'm like, babe, I don't know.
All right, well, let's go ahead and head over to your garrison and get you two squared away.
I'm just gonna look Lan'Mirel and Mievan up and down.
You have this uneasy feeling. Like this nauseous pit in your stomach.
Is there a place like an infirmary where you would go to get like purified?
Yeah, there's a I can pull up the Pharus map. There's a whole like botanical garden here in the lower right. The Silver Birch Reformatory. That's where they keep.
Come with me to the reformatory.
You are standing around Pharus, and it's normally it is like time's difficult here, but with a keen mind person tracking your distance, it should be fairly busy. But you don't see anybody.
Come with me to the reformatory. You've been out there a very long time.
Yes, we shall follow you to the infirmary to tend to our wounds. It is a good idea, Katila. And they will follow you out of the inner courtyard.
Yep.
To the reformatory. Katira, you also don't see anybody as you're walking through. Nobody in the market. Nobody in the streets.
I'm just looking back at my group like, y'all are seeing this, right?
I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop.
Same here, because this is not what we left.
No, it's not. I don't know what is going on, but I don't like it.
I'm sure we'll find out in about 37 seconds.
Something is...
I'm shooting for 35.
Boy, I'm sure glad I didn't want to build suspense or anything. I'm sure glad.
I'm waiting for them to do something because I'm not gonna attack them out of nowhere.
I'm
I
glad
mean,
this wasn't the
oh,
dramatic
the-
culmination of her backstory. You know,
They very much could have been bait, and they could be normal, but they're just the bait. So I'm not attacking them, but I'm gonna take them to the reformery.
Yeah, just
I mean,
holding
the
his
thing
ammo.
about suspense is we know something's coming.
We just don't know what.
The suspense is not knowing what the shoe will particularly take a form of, but we kind of know that as well. So
I feel suspense.
oh yeah, I'm ready
mean,
to start pulling out other cards to play with, but I'm waiting to see how big of a shoe this
Walking
is.
behind them, having them go 1st.
Mhm.
I just draw my blade and keep it ready.
So you walk this way.
Yep, and keep them in front of me. I have the lantern out the whole time. So I have the lantern in my left hand and the blade in my right.
You all feel the warmth of these order flames from around the town. You feel them. Doesn't feel like an illusion. You go to the reformery, open it up. Nobody's there. There's a still burning candle, but nobody at the front desk, nobody in the gardens. You look over out towards a reflecting pond where they have usually the recovering patients to sit and reflect for a moment of calm, and there's just nothing. No people.
Is the whole of the city bathed in the radius of an order flame, or are there places in the city where you're not?
Normally, all of the city is, and you haven't found a spot while you're walking that isn't.
Damn.
Norman wants to try something in the chat.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check if you'd like. Arcana or Religion, either would apply. You examine every test you know on Daryl, and these seem to be exactly what you think they would be. They are the order flames that you left behind. They don't seem to be an illusion or a fake. They are no brighter or dimmer than the last time you really saw them. But it is glaringly apparent that there is nobody around. But
I'm just going to look at the two
I'm
of them.
going to assume that the town's not regularly abandoned.
No.
Karen, do you have sending prepared?
I do. Checking my list. I might not have. No, it's not prepared. That one's some else.
Cool. I vote for getting the fuck off this planet. Anyone else with me?
I'm down.
I didn't think we were able to.
I was thinking the same, but I was willing to attempt. I have the strangest feeling that we're still sitting in that cave.
Where are the two of them in the reformery right now? Did they just stay in the entrance?
yeah, they're standing there with you, just looking around, and they've noticed now there's nobody here, but they're not the ones to make remarks after you've pointed it out, so they're just kind of looking to you for advice.
When did I fail? How long ago was it?
I don't understand the question.
Something isn't right. You know it as well as I do.
Yes, there appears to be a lack of inhabitants to Pharus. But I am unsure what your failure would have to do with such an occurrence.
I don't think I saved you.
I assure you it is entirely... We are ourselves. There appears to be no misgivings about us. We are here. Perhaps an investigation of the city might reveal more insight as to what has occurred here.
Where would you check? You've lived here more recently than I. Where should we go?
Lan'Mirel, usually being the more by the book one, even in a even in a monastic order around following the tenets of order, she still somehow had a reputation of being a by the book person.
Yeah.
She suggests to try and check in with the matron's office, try and seek an audience with her, some sort of emergency, see if she's still there, find out what happened to her. Mievan wants to check and see if the barracks are empty entirely, if everyone's stuff is still where it is, or if it's just like
Gone.
disappeared, or they left. Evacuated, rather. Wanting to see if they evacuated or they just poofed.
Right.
Would it also be possible to check an area of high traffic, such as the library,
The
to see if
library-
anything had been... What did he say?
He said the library is near us, as you all are
Yeah.
here.
It
Let
would
us-
be easy to see if the occupants had vanished during activities that would take place in a library, such as knocked over inkwells,
That's
books
very true.
hanging out of shelves.
Let's begin there.
You make your way into the library, and there are books on the floor. You can see no person at the desk. Still, you see here also like there's a candle still burning. Books strewn out the floor, desks with work in the middle of the process. Just spilled inkwell, but no clothes, no people. You'll see like one or two, like a bow staff or a scimitar that was leaned up against the desk is still there. It is eerily similar to the pictures of a rapture. Just
Real quick.
Mhm.
Looking down the bookshelves, are there any books that are like halfway hanging out of the...
Yeah.
Like they're being pulled out?
you see some like that,
Okay.
yes.
It is possible that they were teleported in the middle of their activity. It would not make sense to halfway pull out a book and then evacuate.
No. Teleported or vaporized or something of that nature.
Well, anything that is powerful enough to teleport everybody in the city at the exact same time is something we should probably bombard from orbit.
Agreed. I still don't like that we didn't come across the snake.
Didn't she see it up in the sky?
He's still there.
Probably wanted to beat it to death.
Yeah, a little bit. Not gonna lie.
You assume it's still in the sky, Karen, but it's so far away you wouldn't be able to see it from here.
Didn't know that. I'm gonna tell.
Katira,
Is there
you would
anything-
know that circling back to that snake, you would know that it is an absurdly strong astray.
Oh, or
The existence of one of that grade, usually there's only like 4 or 5, and there have been attacks on Pharus before by one of those that gets strong enough that they think they can take on the city, and it usually leads to a noticeable casualty amount as it tries to enter the city. They always ward it off, but usually not before it gets at least a hoof or two into the city and crushes a few people or a few buildings.
Yeah.
There's something. This conversation you were having with the Mystic doesn't feel finished.
all right. This is your game. Is that Fergus or Zonkiri laughing?
Oh, that was Fergus. Oh, no, it reminded me of what happens when you no-clip through an area like in or if you like walk through, like use the walk through wall cheat in Pokemon to get into like Saffron City. The game just doesn't load the people inside of it.
Because you're not technically in there by how I wanted you to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like no clipping through Whiterun walls and just floating around on the empty building.
All right, everybody, grab some more oil. We got to go back to where the cutscene is. Reclip into the area.
We were talking in the village, though.
One more time, Liv.
We were still talking in the city, though, so I don't know if we necessarily have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
You heard me talking!
And? You're crazy.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you got a reputation as a psychopath.
Zonkiri and hang on. Zonkiri and Morgana say somebody has a reputation as a psychopath. Now that's
No, that was me. That was
I'm a
me. I
little
gotta
offended.
say that.
Ken just takes a Capri Sun and just starts sucking. It's like,
Zonkiri's opinion was crazy, not psychopath.
All right, that's fine.
crazy.
That's fine then.
no.
All right. If this is your game, and we're stalled, that must mean it's your move.
Your move, Yuki boy.
I'm making my moves. I hope you're making yours. But you'll find out soon enough.
I'd like off this planet now.
I don't think that's an option we have.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the wall. See if there's a mob of malformed people or monks coming toward us.
So you wanted to go over the wall and look out, or just look and see if the wall had breaches?
I just wanted to look past it. I don't want to go out there.
You head up to the wall. You go up and look out, and it just seems like wasteland. You see some minor stray, but nothing terrible.
I'll look at the page of that snake again.
You all have checked the library and the reformatory, or the reformatory. Is there anywhere else you wanted to look in town? For clues as to what's happened?
I think if we can try and get an audience with the matron.
So, Katir wants to go meet with the matron, try and see her office. And then Zonkir, you said you wanted to look at the dirt?
Yeah, I'd see if there's a giant teleportation circle, like, was it Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Like, I have no leads for this. I don't know this place or anything about it, really.
You don't see anything irregular with the soil here. And after a bit of...
Books had words in it, right?
One more time?
No, I was just sorry. Go on, continue.
I thought it was funny, man. Good job.
You asked if the books had words, right?
Yeah.
That's
since we are in the library. We did anyone open a book to see if it's actually has stuff in it?
That's a good point.
Some were open on the ground. We have seen it.
You can read their words. They seem to be full sentences. It's not like a dream where there's just kind of fuzzy script.
Right.
Okay.
Just making sure that
Good thought.
this isn't like a copy and some things weren't written down. Like if you're inside a game and half of the books are just blank pages. Only one book in the bookshelf actually has something to read.
And it's always the lusty Argonian maid. It's always the lusty Argonian maid.
Really, though.
Baldur's Gate through bookshelves be like.
So, you look at the outside, you look through the books, and don't feel like you're getting anywhere, and decide to head towards the inner sanctum where the matron resides.
Yep.
You go in to here, There's a big one in the middle. On the way with Zunkiri with detect magic, there's nothing irregular. The teleportation circle seems with conjuration, abjuration through the air. You don't notice anything out of place. You make your way in, and Katira, you're technically committing a blasphemy by coming in here without invitation, but you feel as if emergency may warrant exception.
I feel like it'll be a bit. This is one of the times.
As you climb up, you go to the large double doors to the matron's sanctum. Sacred ground you're not supposed to step on unless you're cleric in devotion to the order. You open it, push in. There's no one at the front desk, no one in the hallways. You will actually see like a spilled and broken bottle of oil on the steps, implying that somebody might have been walking down and dropped it.
Something is very wrong here.
Figured that out about 2 hours ago.
Yes, I know, but I don't know what else to say about it.
Do you go in to sit in her sanctum?
Yes.
You open the door, and there is a large, opulent temple room, an altar, and a stone statue of this angelic figure. And there is a figure sitting at the desk, eyes shut, just leaned back in a chair, hands outstretched, palm open on the desk, as if sleeping.
I will approach.
You can recognize even from the entrance of this room, this is a paper white-skinned female with long, inky black hair. This
It's
is
her.
the matron.
Is the matron an elf?
I think we had said she. I don't remember if the picture had ears visible.
No, it's a guess there. I get them.
Ears are not clearly visible in the picture. Do you want me to share it?
Are we looking right at her? I think so.
You can go ahead and share. That saves me from hunting for it.
It's pinned, or it's close to our pin.
So
Nice.
this guy's Excordia General.
Yeah.
You all will see this figure lying there with their eyes closed.
Matron.
They remain unmoving and unresponsive to your entrance and your question.
Make a move.
Do you reach out to touch her and feel for a pulse?
I reach out to touch her, but her hands are both hands palm up.
Mm-hmm.
I put palm to palm with both hands.
Cold to the touch. Clammy.
Now I clammy or cold?
Clammy and cold. Like moist, sticky hands, but cold.
Now I'm gonna check for a.
Is she alive?
What I'm checking a pulse for.
Give me a medicine check.
Sure.
You don't feel one.
Karen.
Alright, let's see here. Guidance is my sheet as having a stroke area. Alright. Medicine. 20, please. And then, medicine. Blink. Yeah, I couldn't get past it, but
Yeah, you can.
yeah, you see, I have perception. You can have the medicine check. I'll be able
Katir has a higher medicine? Okay.
apparently.
Yeah.
I guess when I had it, but I don't know.
He doesn't have proficiency in medicine for some reason. He's a doctor.
I thought I did. I guess I was wrong.
I thought you did too.
Yeah.
But
Suspicions.
Zonkiri.
This makes sense.
Right.
There's one
So,
person
you
that's gonna
reach
do
out-
that.
Late, Doctor.
Yeah, what you reach
We
out,
were
you have-
too late. It's your turn now.
You have Karen check to see if she's alive, and you can't give it a precise reading whether she's alive or not. So you go to see somebody, is she dead? You get the
Dead,
expert
yeah.
on what death is.
Yep.
Just checking, Katir. This is like your Pope, right?
More or less, handle with care, but
Noted. And Zunkiri will turn around, and as he goes to check to see if she's dead, not to see if she's alive, to see if she's dead, he'll just, before he starts that, kick her in the shin.
No response to the shin kick. And give me an Arcana or Religion
well,
check.
yeah, the reflex check isn't in the shin; it's on the kneecap.
Just a singular tear rolls down her eye.
Can I get a guidance?
Yes, you can.
Nice.
With a 22. This is a celestial being. They are in the innermost sanctum of... They are, by all rights, at their most powerful place. A wizard in their tower, if you want to think of an example. Something washed through here, and they are on the cusp of what feels like death. It's like... Imagine somebody constantly taking a single point of acid damage and then
Chinese
spare the
waterboard.
dying, hitting them, and just constantly fluctuating in and out of stable, unstable.
Oh no, is she making death saving throws from that kick?
I have one more potion of purification.
You do?
Yeah, I have one more. I had 3.
You produce it as you mention it.
Yep.
So, just to be clear,
Is she still?
I would let me finish the
That's
with a
it.
22, there's a lot you can gather.
That's very true.
Very high check. Zonkiri, you've been surrounded by these like biblical style, these very religious like original sin, like temptations of man. These all the things here have this theme and aesthetic to them, and you feel something different as you're examining it. You feel something familiar.
Oh.
That you might feel offensive at what I'm about to say, but you feel the signature mark of some powerful wizard's effect. This feels like you're picking up the vibes here. Not that a cleric did something powerful, but something akin to a powerful wizard would have done something here. Something arcane rather than divine.
Get curb stomped, divine casters.
Just gently lay my hand on him. No.
And it feels as if this creature is affected by a curse.
Oh.
Oh
shit.
shit!
Which is what's keeping them in their state.
Now, I'd like to ask, is this a curse or is this a curse with asterisk, Connor?
This is...
Is this
with a 22, you gather this being is about equally matched with the power that is trying to subdue it, and just doesn't have the power to tip it over. If you could give them some way to be a little stronger, they could likely fight and break out of it.
like a potion of purification of a stray?
Like a battery, Connor? Yeah, motherfucker. I'm looking at you. I'm staring at
I
you
wasn't
intensely.
thinking about it, but now I am.
Uh-huh.
But you do think, Katira, what you have in this bottle is an extremely high concentration of this order energy, refined and bound into a serum. It is more intense, more potent than the flames, and it is extremely hard to manufacture. But it is the same stuff she draws power from, and it likely will have some effect.
That's much better than Zonkiri's idea of yeeting her into that big bracer.
Same.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to eat her in the big razor. Does it feel like she's at the point? Because, especially those of us that have done potions in battle, is she at the point where I can administer a potion to her? and have her drink it safely, or is it one of those things where it's like, no, she is fully out and is going to ask?
You gather that this creature's odd biology is that they have a very slow heart rate, and you all just missed it. Like,
Okay, good. So she's
they
still
are stabilized,
not gonna ask. Great.
essentially, but unable to wake up. So they will not choke on the potion if you pour it down.
I will give her the potion of purification.
You touch the Pope's mouth, open it, and pour a potion in.
Your Grace, drink this. You'll feel better.
And you see, trailing down her neck, you see like her blood vessels, or whatever equivalent, with this silvery, radiant liquid flowing through. You see the skin like backlit, becoming partially see-through, as her hands begin to twitch.
I would like, just as she's waking up, for the first thing she hears to be Zunkiri going, and I know, I still think yeeting her into the giant brazier is probably the best idea.
Yes, you see one eye begin to open, and immediately this just like downpour of inky blackness down her cheeks. Slowly pries her eyes open. Lips unmoving, in your head you hear, Katira, faithful of my order, thank you for resuscitating me.
Matron, what's going on?
There was a betrayal, an attack on the city from within. A conspiracy that I have yet to finish unraveling. One of my devoted, secretly in line with the Mystic's goals, allowed the Astray to infiltrate our city and give her a foothold to perform some dark act. In an instant, a wave of magic that I was unfamiliar with entered through the city. I have not had time to meditate on what it was, or who it came from. I sense she now is starting to gather the strength to sit upright.
I'll help her up.
I sense another within the walls of Pharus, but only one other.
Another what?
Another person, like you, looking at Zonkiri.
Another person like Valkyrie.
That's probably Volfin.
Gesundheit.
Do you mean
A mage.
a mage?
They are. She kind of flicks her eyes upward. In the Adventurers Guild, abandoned they are still. Flicks eyes up again, reading through evidence, trying to figure out what happened.
Oh, good. I was literally about to be like, maybe we shouldn't have thawed out the fucking wizard. No, he's a good guy. That's good. Did he preserve you?
I was powerful enough to resist the effects since I was in my sanctum, but only barely. And
Where is everyone?
Where what?
Where is everyone else?
Displaced. As if a moment out of sync. They sit perpetually a half a moment ahead of where we are now, unable to exist properly. It is an aversion and an affront to the mechanisms of the universe. They are held exactly where they were. Yeah, I really did like that episode where you did that. Fight me. They are held against their will in a spell that will not last forever. There is maybe 24, maybe 48 hours before it fades out and they return back to in line the time we exist in. It worries me what entity would spend so much effort just to leave us vulnerable for 2 days.
2 days is all that she will need.
The mystic, I presume.
Yes.
Do you have news of plans she has?
I don't know what her plan is, but I know this is all some sort of game.
Wait, how do you know this?
Here's the
You've
chance.
witnessed me have several conversations with her. You've been there.
They
For
were
several
exceedingly
conversations.
one-sided conversations, Katira.
I don't know what you all can hear.
That's who you were talking to. Oh.
Every time?
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't really talk to other people.
We
Talk
will
about
cross
it.
out our speculation that you had random bouts of Crown of Madness.
I thought this was just another seizure.
I mean, I just...
You talk to plenty of people. You talk to Sekiri.
Other than all of you?
So what did she say?
Massaging the bridge of her nose. It's some sort of game. She's making moves. She hopes that we're doing the same.
That tends to be how wives work.
What?
What? I think my perception check has failed me. What?
I just wanted the matron to go, what?
Am I mistaken that the...
Her wife is just an astray in the inner domain of the mystic. It
The
is not
mystic is
herself.
not my dead wife!
Yeah.
Although they are both, like, the mystic is bird-themed and so
Hold on, hold on.
It's not a crazy thing to misunderstand.
How long have you thought this?
Literally since the start. Like, come on. Your whole thing has been about coming back here to rescue your wife, fight the astray she was, cure her. We come back here, we start talking about your mortal enemy, the mystic, who's this astray woman who has the exact same aesthetics as your estrayed wife.
She's the reason my wife is like that.
Long story short, the mystic is just a dick.
I'm sorry, I thought the Ubermet astray from your backstory was the Ubermet astray from your backstory.
No. My wife is the mensch astray from my backstory. The mystic is the uber mensch astray from my backstory.
I think this is the first time I've seen Fergus flop like that. Oh shit.
Hey, I can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not an
he's not off base. He's not off base.
I'm sorry, I'm just realizing how far off I've been from the... Did all of this stuff get revealed before I got here?
No.
Not really.
We didn't know jack shit about her.
Okay.
I know she was a Shadow Kai.
The only thing that they might have seen that you might not have, I don't remember exactly when the flashback of me seeing my wife's death was.
That was in
Many
the
times.
city, I think. That was in the city, I think. In the Underdark. So I think he was with us, but then.
Okay.
It also might have been, coincidentally, it might have been some of the games where he, couldn't make it.
You might not have been there. It's
I'm
very possible.
Almost 100% sure it's one where I had to sleep in the stable because Zenkiri had to repeat it down.
You were, Bairn.
Bear.
Although it's
Very
very
Okay.
funny that you just happen to miss these moments to fill you in with the essential details till now.
Okay, because I honestly, I thought the thing we were after this bit... I thought the thing that was taunting her was the thing that was taunting her from her backstory.
It is the thing that's taunting me from my
You just met her
backstory.
wife.
Yeah, but not the one I've
She's
always...
taunting me, basically dangling my wife in front of me like a carrot.
I haven't heard
She's
mention...
going, ha ha ha, I have your wife.
No.
Wait, so your wife has been mentioned in this?
Yes.
Yes.
When?
Let me fill you in real quick.
Help him.
Katira has been in part of this monastic order that fights the Astray, the corruption here. The Astray
Yes.
are the children of the Mystic of Gleeful Giles, this equivalent to an archdevil who is created this corruption.
The bitch.
Katira's call to
Okay,
adventure.
okay.
Her wife got turned into one of these, which caused her to join the order.
Okay, see, here's the thing. I don't think I was ever informed that the Mystic of Gleeful Giles was just some archdevil-like figure.
So much.
I remember, I think when we learned about her was when the day that Fergus had to leave early. I think that was when we got the lore dump about her.
Because the way I understood the Astray is that any Astray can make more Astray. So when he was talking about, oh, she's a mother of a bunch of the Astray, I just thought it was, okay, so that's like any powerful Astray, right? So her wife's some powerful Astray now. And created a bunch of more Astray, like a powerful Astray would.
So the other session where she had said, like, she found out that her wife still holds on, like, lingering to the hope that she sees Katira again. Like, were you here for that session either?
Yeah.
I was having a stroke.
Oh.
I was here for that. I just assumed it was. I mean, the whole thing about these monsters is that they're people or things turned into monsters, yeah? So, like, even if she is big baddie, why?
You're not wrong.
Like,
He's not entirely off kilter here.
The Mystic is a dick. That's the long and short of it.
He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so was the thing with the snake, was that her wife or the Mystic?
I think it's just a really, really big Astray. My wife is bird. My wife's the bird.
No, not the
Big bird creature.
Well, yes, but so's the Mystic.
The
but the
woman with the snake thing was probably the Mystic getting ready to sick that big motherfucker on us.
The Mystic is like humanoid with bird features. My wife is like mostly big bird.
It is.
I've never seen them.
The Mystic is essentially you at the Talagath test, Katira. I think did she share the little heart to heart she had with the group, Liv?
I think so. I mean, it wasn't in.
Basically, she found out that the Mystic is bored, and she's winning this war so far. Pharus hasn't been able to expand like anywhere, and she just at random has a few people she like picks on and tries to play games with and entertain herself. And Katira's one such person. She's like, oh, they turned into something, and she just keeps trying to fuck with her for literally just to get a kick out of it.
Okay.
And so all of this is her quote-unquote game that she's playing with Katira. And
So-
she wants Katira to play along.
So this is basically Levistus took a weird interest in Katira, and now he attacked a city and disappeared everybody.
Yeah, kind of.
Sounds like you're caught up.
Okay. So this is not on the level of things we can handle.
You are looking at a very powerful divine agent, and you have very strong allies. This is... There's plot, damn it. Investigate. Let me get back on track.
But I make an investigation check or some sort of check or.
Well, I would like to finish the I've been saying the Mystic so much I almost said it again. The matron finally rises after telling you where Voflin is and lets you know that she's going to be meditating in the large brazier to try and regain some of her strength.
See, I told you.
Yes, your plan would have worked. Although it would have been uncomfortable and taken more time. Seek Voflin, see what you can do. I will attempt to commune with the higher powers to learn the Mystic's plan. I will reach out to you so long as you are within my light. You may depart.
We need to find out what's going on.
and you all see what is a large coal furnace, like grate, but ornate in silver and platinum, opens up as she approaches it, and she steps into just this large, burning brazier that forms the beacon at the top of the Pharus temple.
Katira just looks at it, and as it closes, she goes, "Well, I
That
didn't know that
girl
was
is
something
on
you could
fire.
What's up, buddy?
I'm assuming you all make your way over to where she told you Vroflin is.
Yeah.
You see him rifling through a bunch of people's stuff inside of the Adventurers Guild. Like you run into him like on the 3rd floor, like going through somebody's suitcase as he looks at you all.
What are you doing?"
Looking for evidence. It's good to see you again. So you told me there were going to be people here.
There are supposed to be people here. Something has gone very wrong, and now there are not people here.
Mm. Okay. I have been trying to piece together what's been going on. I've made my way through a bunch of houses to the north. There was a caved-in section by this like underground tunnel. Steered clear of that. And then have been looking for evidence of what's been happening since. So I'm assuming you're here to fill me in.
Long story short, greater archdevil level entity expended a bunch of power. Yeah, everyone's gone for the next 48 hours. They'll be back, and is most likely going to be attacking the city in an attempt to destroy that thing. And he points at the big fire in the distance.
And that's that fire you said we had to stay in or get.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
That's
And you're looking at the sum total of the city's defenders at the moment.
Wow.
and I'm still not entirely sure how all of us are doing. I just kind of look at Lan'Mirel and Mievan. Do I still feel uneasy when I look at them?
The unease wasn't necessarily looking at them. It was the unease.
Oh, thank fuck.
It was the unease that, like,
In general.
waiting for, like, seeing in a movie where they have like an explosion, it goes quiet. It's like that tension when you're waiting for the sound to actually come through.
Okay. Just general unease, not
Yes.
specifically like they're fucked up.
Everything you've tested about them, they seem real.
Okay,
And you gather,
good.
you're an insightful person. Your character is.
Yeah.
When the mystic said she wasn't going to leave them alone, they are. You said leave them alone, referring to Lan'Mirel and Mievan. When she said them, you don't know if she meant exactly that or if she meant.
Everybody.
Yeah, this whole last
Creation.
bastion. So, you actually do have Lan'Mirel and Mievan healthy in person with you.
Well,
Small miracles.
sounds like we have 24 hours to prepare.
And what would we be preparing for?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
Astray. Lots and lots of astray. Or very large, very powerful astray. All of the above.
A big ass snake.
Yes, probably the snake.
A bird lady and another bird lady.
Morgana under her breath. Finally.
I don't know if the other bird. I don't think the other bird lady is going to end up being here. I feel like. I don't think the mystic is going to bring her here.
So you know it's going to be attacking the city?
We have a very good guess.
Has anyone bothered to? There's a spell that lets you learn information on a legendary creature. I'm not sure if you know it, but it's called.
I am
One
not a
specific
spellcaster.
person that knows it, and yeah.
Is that-
Tira literally looks at him and goes, "I am not a spellcaster."
he's
Again,
looking at
sorry.
Daryl after her remark. Is that person you?
No. Looks at the orc.
You? Impressive.
Oh.
You feel a microaggression in the way he says impressive, Karen.
What's that?
I would imagine he doesn't have it prepared for the day.
I missed something. What happens?
The mage is being condescending, saying, "Did anybody bother to legend lore anything yet?" And they're gonna talk to Pyro, but somebody walked into his room, so kind of vamping for a second while he resolves that.
Yeah, I'm back. I heard everything. And Karen just smokes a cigar and goes, "Why, yes, I did prepare legend lore when we're going out into the fucking wasteland." Smokes
good.
again. No,
Well,
I blow smoke in his face.
I think it's safe to say we weren't exactly planning on fighting a demigod at the moment.
No, I'd still vote for not doing that.
You know what? Let me ask my boss. See
It
if he
sounds
has
like a
any
terrible
ideas.
idea.
I mean, we could just. I mean, we could try and make some sort of ritual. I mean, there's more than a couple about wounding divine entities. I mean, I just might have to go back to my tower to look for some notes. But
Motherfucker Netherese.
Me.
I mean,
He said, "Oh, I know a couple of I know a couple on the back of my head about fucking killing gods. You know, we could work on one of those."
well, he does say. I mean, it's not. I mean, there are rare ingredients, but we've got a whole city at our disposal, and there's, a whole kind of divine essence around here. I'm sure there's something we could burn to fuel it.
I mean, issue is there that this entity is not. It's not an outsider, I think. And he looks at everybody like, the Australia are all monstrosities, right? So,
The mystic isn't outside.
okay.
And that bitch got his face.
She has a whole plane.
She's got a circle.
All right. And what kind of outsider is she?
Fey fiend.
Bitch.
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, let's go ahead and prepare for that.
Well, I mean, if they're, like I said, divine, we just scrounge it up.
So, Zinkir, you said you're good at sieges, right?
Other side.
Buffalo
Yeah.
looks genuinely confused when you guys aren't entertaining the idea of a god-killing ritual.
I mean, she's not exactly a god, so I don't know how well it will work.
Did she bear divine magic?
Can you lampoon an archdevil from here?
Is her power come from belief and control over some domain?
Not particularly. More so that she was steeped in the primordial essence of nature and couldn't control her magic, and she tried to overwhelm people attacking her home with void energy and irradiated the entire planet in void energy. And
The answer
now
is no.
here.
I legitimately didn't understand a word of that, other than I think we're being attacked by a farmer mage.
I mean,
Sorry,
All those
Druid,
words were in common, and I
Druid.
know them all, just not in that order.
Sorry, what's void energy?
Connor.
One of the five basic elements.
Thank you. Fire, water, earth, air,
Yeah.
void, the fifth element. The basis of the whole onus of the setting. Is that there's a
Well,
fifth
it was
element.
there for that one.
There are things that are directly, well, paraphrased, but
That's a
directly
good
out of
movie.
the lore dump
Yes.
Connor gave about the Mystic.
I wasn't here for, and that Zonkiri wouldn't know because he's not native.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He is a foreigner.
Morgana just stands behind Zonkiri and nods. We do not know either.
Can
Alright.
Andariel just give like a general rundown of void?
The fifth element, it's like fire, water, earth, air.
Yeah.
Also, you all have a picture of the Mystic of Gleeful Guiles that I have revealed before.
Okay, so
Arlen.
more
Can we just-
primordial. Got it.
Can we just smash it with that little black hole you have in your pocket, Zinkir?
You want to smash her?
Which one?
That's disturbing,
So-
Karen.
I
Apparently, Zonkiri thought that I wanted to.
I want to clear the air a little bit because there's been a lot of catching up, and I want to make sure we get a clear thought. A figure like the Mystic is unlikely to show up in person. You are correct I'm gonna kill some of the mystery just so we can get to the point. The mystic is not going to show up. The big serpent you all saw, from her tone after spending 10 minutes talking to Katira and having her recount how she said it, you realize she's sending a siege of these big astray to try and tear the city down, but she herself will not be here. You are preparing to survive a siege for at least however long until the people come back from these Giga Astray, which was juiced up by the Mystic in an attempt to make the game more fun to get at Katira.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that bring some clarity to the table?
Yes,
Yes.
it does, because now we don't realize that we don't have to try and survive a god coming down to kick our ass.
We just have to survive god-juiced monsters.
I've done it
That
before.
can't be any worse than half a Zankiri.
The other thing I wanted to point out is that nobody has told Voflin that Archaeomancy doesn't exist like it used to. And that's what
I
he was
don't
referring
know what
to.
Archaeomancy is.
You do. I'm deeply wounded
Not like
now.
a
This
doctor.
is amnesia.
No, I'm saying Katira.
No, it's
Oh.
just for and Daryl
Oh.
has not realized and put two to two together that
Katira doesn't
really
exist.
old wizard Archaeomancy. She just thinks he's wizard.
Katira is not a magic specialist. She wouldn't even know. She'd be like,
Yeah.
mean,
And
it's
Connor,
magic.
she
I
left
know
before they
this.
got back.
Let me roll a wisdom check to see if I would put that two and two together, Connor.
Uh-huh.
What is the DC?
10.
Just put it together.
Smartass.
It's like, it's magic. Magic exists.
Yeah, she's got a 0 in her wisdom. She's pretty fucking normal.
That's why I was saying the
She's just
god
gonna
thing
kind of look at him and go, "What kind of wizard are you?"
Well, mostly just I believe I said he was an illusionist.
Yes.
I'm an illusionist. I aid the king, and I have a court of lesser mages and mancers that
Had.
work under me. Had people under me who
Very much
perform
had.
rites.
Illusions.
Yeah, it's very helpful when you're in a political state to be able to make illusions. All the other stuff, the
Couldn't have been a war mage.
well, I could have, but I had my talents better suited this way. And I didn't bother specializing in anything else besides illusion because I wanted to be away from all the bloodshed and crusades, and we weren't a giant kingdom. I wanted to not get mowed down.
I mean, so you're
It was a rough time to be a spellcaster where I came from. Is that still the case?
not particularly. No, I'm a spellcaster.
Nice. There's
Does
no
the thumb backwards at the lich. He's a spellcaster.
Oh, there's nobody like hunts you down and tries to kill you just because of your ability to do magic?
They don't do that to Zankiri for that reason.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Side-eye
hunted
at
for
Ariel.
other reasons, but my magic is not one of them.
Mostly we're all just hunted down for individual
It's the
reasons.
path for the magic.
Yeah, my magic comes from another source.
I know we're on a
And
time-
where does your magic come from then? If
Wait, every one of us is hunted for some fuck all reason except Silver. He's just having
He's the
fun
one who
doing
did
his
the
job.
hunting.
He's just doing his job.
It's pretty much I'm babysitting all the people being chased.
by your own order.
So, hold on. You said you're good with illusions. How are you with enchantments?
Yeah, I mean, I have some practice. I mean, I'm able to do every other kind of magic in Archaea. It's just I'm really good at illusions because.
Archaea?
What is
Archaeomancy?
Archaea?
Yeah, Archaeomancy, Archaea.
Oh shit! Kind
I
of looks
don't
at
know what that
Zankiri,
is.
then back at him.
Yeah, that's what the staff you're using.
Be right back.
That shit kind of doesn't work anymore. Well,
The staff you took from me is Shadow Archaeomancy that I had.
have you
commissioned.
tried using any of your magic?
I never did archaeomancy. I didn't want to pay the price for it. I had lesser people do that.
Price?
You know, like the poor.
I forgot. You're a piece of shit.
That's harsh.
I forget.
Wait, hold on. What was wrong with what he just said?
I just didn't understand what he meant by price. I was mainly going, what was the price?
The poor. He said the poor.
Well, yeah, I don't want to like lop off an arm or lose an eye, and they get compensated well. Their family gets live nice.
Hey, yo!
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Okay, so do you happen to know any archaeomancies
Yeah,
that would be useful in this situation?
That's what I was talking about. The stuff in my tower. What you all know.
Where is your tower?
You all found me.
Several days away.
Yeah, that's not going to be any help.
You all would know, as a DM refresh on lore. Archaeomancy was reignited on
our planet.
Yeah. It was quick rundown of the lore. There used to not be regular magic. It was just archaeomancy. Then the gods invented a new form of magic, the weave, and there was some sort of historical crusade that archaeomancers were captured. The ability to perform it was taken and replaced with regular old magic that the gods could limit. The rebranding that the governess did isn't having them in opposition. She found a way to mesh them together. And it only is on the weave for that planet at the moment. But, strangely enough, he said that the staff you all had, that you saw Zunkiri cast Seeming out of, was made with archaeomancy, and it still seems to work.
Would it have
Do me a favor, my good sir.
Mm-hmm.
Cast the simplest spell you know.
You have a knife?
She'll flick out her dagger and hand it to him. Use your own, nobody else's.
He picks up a book from in the room, carves a little circle. What's your favorite color? I'm gonna change it to that.
Red.
Throws this brown leather book in, and picks his finger, squeezes it over, mutters an incantation, and there's just blood sitting on the book. What the fuck happened here?
He's gonna be useless.
Oh, dear.
Shy.
So you have no access to the weave at all.
I mean, I have some knowledge on it. I mean,
We're fucked.
What is the simplest spell you know of the weave?
waves his finger. A small, marble appears floating in the air in front of you. You cast a minor illusion.
We're fucked.
Do you have a spell book?
Points to the book Zonkiri has.
Is there
Wait,
anything
hold on.
of use in that?
Hold on a second.
Yes, I'm holding.
I've copied spells out of this book and they've worked.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm amazing.
I love how Zonkiri draws
It's a
conclusions.
good thing he's dead versus Tennant's was patting himself on the back. Goddamn.
See the shadow puppet just.
I mean, his rationalization for it is that he just managed to make enough alterations when he was copying that it works now.
Kind of is what happened. I mean,
Then, Carrie, would you mind letting him see his old book that still does not belong to you anymore? She'll point at him when she said that, and see if he can cast any useful spell out of that book.
I mean, he should still know all the spells he's had before, which would be in here. I've just made major alterations to them to get them working.
Can I see those major alterations?
Sure.
So what you're telling me is that none of them worked.
Which spell do you show him?
I mean, he's only copied one from the guy's book, so contingency.
Oh, takes a small necklace of himself out. Let's see. He traces his finger in the air, and you see magic glyphs appear. And over the course of 10 minutes, he casts contingency.
What spell did he put in the contingency?
Just one of the ones he had before. I'm just looking at his lower level.
Another contingency.
Hold it. The ones that don't work.
He has like he stores a silent image that just won't do anything when the effect triggers. Okay, stored.
What other causes that make it work?
Well, you've got like the main spell, but you have like this circle bound around it. Like you all noticed in the circle he had there, it was in a circle, but he didn't have like, imagine your traditional pentagram that lacks a bound on the outside. And then there's some minor aesthetic details. And it's like a large control room you put around all of it. It's like you've got it in training mode.
This is more up your alley, Sankuri. I mean,
I don't know how any of this
definitely
works.
different.
Can I see my staff for a second?
Toss it over.
He traces those runes out around the book again with the staff. Cuts himself with one of the shards floating around the top. Bleeds on it. Expends a charge and the book turns to a bright red. Aha! See?
Okay.
So it
This
works
is not
with your
good.
staff, but not otherwise. Why is the staff working?
You Arcana people gather that there's some stored magic in here that, kind of like being grandfathered in, magic items created by Archaeomancy still work. But creating new effects don't. You're just converting some of the stored power into a new one.
We're fucked.
So the staff is under a grandfather clause.
But it'll regain charges as usual.
Okay, so things created by Archaeomancy can still draw enough ambient magic to continue functioning. Noted. Well, that gives me several ideas, none of which are helpful right now.
In line with what you know that Archaeomancy is essentially taking the law written in Mechanus and adding an addendum.
So all the major Archaeomancy that would help is several days away in your tower, yes?
I mean, I can try and recall it off the top of my head, but it has been a long time. I might need help. I mean, you all recognize it. Do any of you all know any Archaea?
Well, I've been experimenting with temporal Archaeomancy.
Oh,
I've got this.
that stuff will really wreck your body. Be careful.
Great.
Believe me.
Which one?
Not the worst I've done to it.
I mean, we could, if you've got some knowledge of the runes, you might be able to help throw something together. Do you have? Do we know what we're fighting is one of these large corrupted creatures? Do you have? I mean, there's any number of ways we can come at this. Did you all specialize in something, or you said you got time stuff that might?
I mean, I specialize in murder.
Did you all mention that these people are a couple seconds out of sync?
Yep.
I mean, we could try and directly just send people a half second out of sync for the next 48 hours. Just push them back to where they're supposed to be. Like,
Just shift.
How confident do we feel in that?
I mean, if it works, good job.
And if it doesn't,
then one of us might get aged 1,000 years or something.
Let's not take that chance.
I mean,
I
there's
don't think it
other
would do
houses.
much to him.
Karen backpedals hard.
Zonkiri just says add it to the list.
I mean, there's other houses. We could do, did anybody have a body part of the thing we know is coming? Might be able to do something with the House of Blood.
Do we still have the snakeskin?
Karen's just holding a sheaf of snakeskin. What?
Don't-
Look at my handbag.
I don't think any of us have access to the House of Blood.
I'm stone in chat.
No, I mean, Stone's defense.
Scared.
You
Karen
said,
makes a depressed noise. Burns to dust.
Oh, well, I mean, you always could just meet with somebody with a specialization and get it.
They're all
Yeah, it
dead.
doesn't. Yeah,
you keep
doesn't-
saying.
not
I'm
really a
still
thing
adjusting
anymore.
to this. Everyone I know being dead stuff. Like 48 hours ago, my time, I was having breakfast delivered to me in bed and, doing my thing.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Stops
We
and
took a
stares.
whole ass trip. We took a whole ass trip walking through fucking
Been more than
Emperor
48 hours.
Sphinxville.
You're right. He says the time would be appropriate 40 hours before you all got him.
Okay.
But Karen, when you say who,
48 hours.
he
before
has
the
to
fuck
look
out.
and he's like, oh, fuck, I misspoke.
Hold on while I'm messing with something. Questions for the DM.
DM answers.
The Astray are that we are likely to be fighting are just monstrosities, yes?
Yes, and that very big one is the big problem.
Okay, so outsider help stuff not going to work. Let's see.
What I'm basically having with Vaflin is if there's, I'm maybe biting off a little more than I can chew, but if you all wanted to do some sort of archaeomancy defense here, House of Stone, you all saw a literal huge barrier around Leoteth that was saying you can't come in. If you wanted to reach out to allies there or try and come up with it on your own, that's an option. Or you have any number of powerful NPCs in your backstories if you wanted to contact them for any kind of boon or favor to try and fortify this area. I've just been role-playing one guy who's giving you an option.
Where are we standing right now in the city?
The Waylaid Wanders.
You gotta wait till tomorrow. I get sending up and running.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I need confirmations on something.
Okay.
We can only use the archaeomancies that we have resonance with. Yes.
Yes.
This man does. He only knows archaeomancy stuff. Yes.
Yes.
And his is shadow. Yes.
No. You have not asked him directly. Basically, somebody made this for him. He is like an undeclared major, something that you all didn't have the option to for because of how it was made. He can basically do imagine it's like being a half caster, but he can do anything really, but very limited magnitude is his cap. Whereas you all get ninths, he gets fifths, but he gets to do all of them.
Okay, and the archaeomancy is not actually limited by our level or anything.
No.
Okay.
Limited by how much we're willing to sacrifice.
Firstborn.
Okay, so asking this out of character because
This is
it
a
might
thing to mull on for the week as well, not like a come up within the session.
because he's actually the first person we can get a straight answer for this about is what kind of sacrifices work what kind of he says he cuts the arms off people, but like what can we do for that level of sacrifice?
In D&D terms, let's assume you're wanting to just recreate the bubble around Moonwatch, but instead set it that the words are "A stray cannot enter this zone." Let me pull up my magnitude sheet so I don't. I think I went up to 6, but I don't want to misspeak and give the wrong number. One moment. Okay, so this would just recreating one of those probably be like a magnitude 3 or 4. I mean, like magnitude 3. The size usually about a kingdom. I still need to figure out how I'm gonna up the scale. And to get it done, you would need either a very rare magic item to break open and use as fuel, or some significant body part from a a CR to be determined creature, like
Big fucking snake?
like something like the heart of a dragon, or what's another iconic creature, like the scorpion tail of a manticore, like something like that isn't
I have
just
a
like
whole-
Yo, those are on different dimensions right there. Holy.
yeah, very different power. But you get what I'm saying. Like it's not just like
Yeah.
the claw.
Yeah.
It's like the thing
Yeah.
that's neat about them.
Okay.
It's like a CR 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
And he can't do that, but he knows how to do it and could instruct us
Yes, he
how.
coach, not the player. He can tell you the technique. You just got to put the muscle into it.
Okay. Okay, but we can't do any of that unless we go back to his tower.
At the tower, he feels like he could get a copy of exact notes. Without it, he's kind of just applying basic theory and trying to derive the equations on his own.
He's balling without his notes.
Free balling.
So no
Okay.
check if you manage to get the notes from his tower. If not, it'll be a group check of everybody working on it to get the right outcome,
Ooh.
or the desired outcome.
That's tough.
It would be an arcana
Well.
check, so I mean, you all are fairly good at that.
As I can provide zero anything to this whole archaeomancy thing, can I have Morgana do something that might help?
Sure.
Morgana's going to go to the nearest like section of like plant area,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to connect to it and just monitor with her community nature if anything comes within the radius, the miles radius.
Yeah.
If any large astray just starts leering about.
Yes,
Good thinking.
baller.
And I'm assuming you're just going to continually keep doing commune with nature to keep that surveillance up.
Yep, she'll just stand. I mean,
So
there's
you gotta-
nothing saying I have a limit on it.
You've got a 3-mile early warning system now for when it approaches. Everyone is playing.
Bad.
You all, after a long rest, you will be able to talk to the matron again, who will essentially be able to give you a free divine intervention. Barring ridiculous requests that she doesn't think will work. I mean, okay, you also have your cleric's divine intervention, which hasn't been tried yet. You have any number of allies on Leoteth. You have the.
Would either of them even be willing to come here for this?
We don't
Depends
know
on
if
what
we
you
don't
offer.
ask.
Liv makes a good point, and I don't want to give away too much, but
I think you should rephrase that, Connor. Depends on what the matron has to offer.
That too.
true. She will certainly do everything she can to try and protect this place, but she's gonna have one good oomph in her,
Yeah.
and she's still recovering, so she wants to make sure it's well used. And the backup plan is that if it shows up, that one big oomph is try to just get a very big blast at the thing attacking and push it back.
Yeah.
Any plan better than that, she's open to. But that is currently what she's meditating in her burning furnace about.
Okay.
Communing with the higher angels of the domain of order for aid and ideas.
Okay,
Man.
Would Ajax come and help us?
He's busy helping with Morgana's issue. He's probably
That's very true. He's already assigned. We've already assigned him a task.
Has next morning come? Can I a slot sending in now?
You can go take your long rest. I'll mark off 8 hours have passed.
All right.
I mean, I've got significant stuff I want to do in the meantime
Yeah.
for that.
I figured.
Yeah. Karen goes and takes a nap. The ground rumbles.
So, Connor,
Hmm.
everything in this area?
Hmm.
I'm gonna need an itemized list.
No.
Oh my god, he's
There's
he's
no one
eluding.
there. There's market full
Connor.
of magical items.
And everybody just left.
Yeah.
yes. You motherfuckers better not be worrying about inventory right now, because I'm taking it all.
I'm not morally obligated. I'm sleeping. I don't know this is happening.
Listen, we're
I
doing
call
it.
this state of emergency.
It is literally a state of emergency. I have
We
no
are
objection.
emancipating them of their wealth.
Most of the ivory markets are groceries. There are very few magical items.
I'm not even looking for like magical items for me. I'm looking for materials to throw into the bonfire for whatever's like archaeomancy we have to.
Most
like-
mundane items that you can imagine are in the market in some form.
Okay.
Like the mundane adventuring items,
All right.
like bulk versions of those could be gathered.
Anything that could be used for you said what a very rare could
Yeah.
bubble around the city. Anything rare or very rare in any of the shops that we could burn.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I assist with this?
Sure.
Advantage.
Nice. Roll me a d4 minus 1.
Cool.
That'll be how
Also,
much
just as a note, I'm taking all of their money.
Okay. We'll get there eventually.
Wizard.
3.
Occupation is very expensive.
Hey, spells cost money to cast, and if
Exactly.
the plan's going through my head right now, which are gonna be
If he ever
expensive.
looks to Katira to see if she's judging him, she's basically like, do what you need to save this place.
Okay, let me find which table it is.
I mean, if I have to burn an entire district to the ground, I think justified in this situation.
Katira's like, we can rebuild a district. There are no people here to be casualties other than us and Vofflin and the matron. There's no civilians right now.
Hey, Connor,
Mm-hmm.
this thing actually made of bones.
Stone carved into the shape of bones.
Darn.
Unfortunate.
Oh!
Order bone golem, anyone?
Where's
So
that-
many opportunities for a kaiju battle.
I was about to say, Thor Ragnarok, you summon a big motherfucker.
You said 3.
Funny, because right when you said that, as I'm scrolling through Pinterest, I come across Citrius, the dread of bones, this big fucking beast. Let's see this big motherfucker.
Oh, it did roll twice. You find another cape with a mountebank, a shield +2, and a vicious.
On God?
A shield +2?
Is that not? That's very rare, isn't
I
it?
think
That's a rare. Shields go by the same as weapons.
I thought there were one higher.
It's gonna be an
No.
awesome fucking shield.
No, they go by
Armor is.
armor is
Well,
one
shields
higher.
Armor.
Shields count as armor, but they still take up your hand, which is a major part of them. So they go by the same scale as weapons.
Does any of us even use a shield?
Karen,
No.
I'm
Karen
not
holds
giving
one,
her.
I guess.
I'm not giving her my ice shield.
you need to give me your shield.
I'm not going. I have nothing else to attune. I have to attune to that.
That's unfortunate. You can unattune from that shield.
Go run up a
Then
wall.
I rolled from the wrong table. That's that shield +2 were the very rares.
Ring of Evasion is also rare.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up, and I realized that table was mostly
Alright.
rares. So I was looking for one that was mostly very rares. I did one letter too high, I believe. Ignore those results.
Bummer.
Before I describe anything, I'm just gonna go and roll this and see if I succeed. Before I even describe anything. Back up. Just gonna.
I'm back when I miss.
I'm gonna click something real quick.
Ring,
I'm curious.
Never mind.
2
Alright.
rings of
I'm foolish.
telekinesis,
Carry on.
and I'm just going.
Carry on.
What kind of Iron Stone of Intellect? That'd be good for Zonkiri.
Well, to answer your question, Kristen, we are currently trying to take inventory of what we could possibly use as both fuel for our Chiromancy and utilizing against big kaiju. So we're scrounging through the town for resources.
Okay,
Right.
so then telekinesis.
I'd like to reroll one of those. A duplicate of a very rare feels wrong.
Okay.
You're the DM, dude.
One of them is now a Rod of Alertness.
Those don't exist in Pyro's world.
I know. You can die mad
I
about it.
thought the weapons of warning didn't exist in Pyro's
Both.
world.
Anything of alertness doesn't.
The feet alertness? The feet alert band.
Zonkiri,
It is.
or not
It won't
Zonkiri.
let you take
Zrikich
it.
has it.
I didn't ban alert.
Zrikich has alert.
Oh,
What the fuck
so
are you
a
talking about?
hang
Hold
on.
on. Hold
A
on.
beginner feat isn't banned, but a magic. Okay, I'm gonna tilt somebody.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Katira,
Yeah.
do you have an open attunement slot?
Yes. I think I have one thing attuned.
It's happening.
Alertness. While holding this rod, you have advantage on wisdom perception checks and rolls for initiative.
Ah! Suck it, Karen!
I don't understand why this has been a competition to see who can perceive stuff more.
It's a perception
It isn't.
expertise.
I'm just being
It's my
attacked.
thing.
I am minding my own. I'm minding my own business, and I'm being attacked.
This
That I
Okay.
expect
Yes,
you to.
Liv, join the dark side of attacking Pyro for
So-
no good
Yes,
reason.
Fergus. Yes, Fergus.
Yes, Fergus.
If
Okay,
I want it, it's a good reason.
So
Mhm.
I'm fully fine with us burning that Ioun stone to fuel an Archaeomancy. As long as you guys don't particularly care for it.
What does
What
that
does
push
it
your
do?
int up to?
Nothing. Doesn't
I mean-
work on me.
Yeah, it wouldn't work on me either. My int's already 20.
What does it do? It just gives you a +1 in.
I think you-
+2.
I mean,
Let's
it'll
see.
max out. It'll max out. Silver's int, won't it? He's a +4 right now.
But do you have to attune?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I already have 4 attunements.
You get. Oh, I was gonna say you get more as levels go on, but
Alright, so I'm going to assume we can burn that one for whatever plans.
Yeah, and I have
Hmm.
stones, so I can do that barrier. Also, Andariel wants to go visit her adopted father and pick over his wares. Because it's not like he's going to say no to her.
do you have him in your book still?
No, but she can just teleport circle to his house.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Interplanetary.
It's on an, yeah, it's on an
Oh,
updated-
interplanetary, yeah. I forgot about that silly little rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, then no, he can't. She can't
Everyone's
contact him
doing
at all.
that. I'm
I
just
thought you had his name in your
Continue.
shadow book.
No,
You didn't put it in there at the.
I didn't have the book the last time I spoke to him in person.
My brother messaged me because he's in Link Central, so he can see it. When I posted that bone worm, and he's like, "Bruh, you're fucked. What an eldritch bone worm abomination is that?" It's like it's just a random picture.
So, fun fact, while that might come from a different game, there's actually a monster that is basically that. It's called a Boneyard.
And,
Don't worry about it.
Didn't you want to try to make one?
And Shane, funnily enough, the picture you put out there, the Mystic Thought, is actually more similar to what Katira's wife looks like.
I know, that's why I put it, because
Oh.
I said Mystic Thought, and we were talking about her, and then we were talking about her wife as she described her, and I was like, okay, it's Freaker.
Oh, do they really? How wonderful.
Oh.
It does stack.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
If
You'll-
you could see my face right now.
So, okay. And then We've got temporal archaeomancy, which honestly could probably be the most effective one. Just literally bringing everybody back to help fight shit off.
I'd say trying to counteract the effect of a archdevil would probably take a legendary.
Okay, can't do that then.
In fairness, I mean, I feel like it would discount the power of a very powerful being to try and do that.
Oh,
Is there a
okay,
reason they outlawed it?
okay, Mr. Man who gave us that idea.
Okay, look, I also said that you could try and fight something strong and use that if you wanted to fight something high CR to try and do it.
Just gate in a solar and ask it for its sword.
Huh? No, you fucking... Alright, well, we tried the easy way.
I cast Planar Ally. I would like to requisition one Planar Sword. Thank you.
I have come to age... Why are you all holding bats with nails in them?
Ah!
Lankiri steps forward. Well, allies only in the spell name.
I imagine that's when he pulls out the spell storing gem, circle of protection.
Okay.
I mean,
So
should I prep Planar Ally or keep that for like offensive shit? Because I'm looking at my spells to move around right now, and I'm looking for options. I have forbiddens on the menu, so.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to be the only one coming up with plans right here.
Yeah, I'm thinking too. My first one was to wait till everyone would cycle through and then try Divine Intervention. That did not pan out.
Because in case you guys don't remember, one of the talked about things.
Yeah. I'm interested in doing the Arcanomancy stone thing for just a stray cannot enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will protect the city. It won't solve that there is some Category 5 hurricane of whoop ass rolling out there.
I mean, it would stop all the small fry from getting in.
Yep.
Which would free up a lot of AoE spells for more direct damage spells.
Oh, what I'm saying... No, it would keep it out. It would keep the big one out, Norman. I'm saying that that means that when the people come back, they're going to look out and see Jormungandr staring down at them and go, well, that does it for our expeditions to reclaim the planet.
Stop being pussies and help us kill it.
But hold on. Most important thing, though, that would buy us time.
Yeah.
Which is what we have the least of right now.
So,
it is a solution. I'm just saying that, you know,
in terms of
leaves
size,
them with stuff to deal with. Yes, size.
Would 40,000 square feet encompass this whole ass place?
Let's measure. About
and
850 feet by 850 feet.
Okay, no. Didn't know if that was the scale.
600.
Yeah. Katira, how many Astray can do planar fuckery as in teleporting?
Hey DM, how many Astray can do planar fuckery as in teleporting?
It's a very rare ability for them to have.
It's a very rare ability for them to have.
Then I'll opt not to spend my only slot on that for forbiddens. All right, next plan.
You also, I mean, the Mystic is sending an army. It is.
We have a Hulk.
No, we don't. We don't have a Hulk. Well, actually, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Throw the Pokemon. Get in there. Malphite.
Come on, Malphite.
It was rock slide. Hurry!
Use earthquake. Use surf.
Hold on.
How is surf gonna help us here?
But it hits multiple targets.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But it also hits allies.
Ooh. What allies? Hero's Feast.
But what I was saying, Karen, is there won't be like hundreds of them, but you might expect a dozen. We'll call them mage strays might show up.
Mage strays.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Nice.
I love it when you
have fallen. I like to hear it.
So, Hallow.
Oh.
has the options for silence.
Hello. Fucking spell was that again?
Hello.
Was it fifth? There you are, you little fucker. Boink.
Okay, no, never mind. That specific one is not creature specific. Okay. Okay.
So Norman, totally not been messaging you. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Aaron, you have a sending prepared now, right?
Sure. I also have Legend Lore prepared because I was harassed.
Yeah. Could you do me a tiny itsy bitsy favor and talk to the one man you don't really like?
You're gonna have to name a lot of men.
I'm over here.
Abther.
I'm neutral with you, Zankiri. Neutral good. Your ugly twin, however, no.
It's more like my dad, but thanks.
Not you, you mongoloid. The fucking Talok. Anyway, sure, I can message the wizard. Not that one.
Let him know that I am in need of his assistance. We are on where we are.
Still need her.
Still need her. He'll be able to get here.
Okay, hang on. And I hold up my amulet like a phone. All right.
Tap to make sure the mic's on.
Hey, your kid needs help. And Daryl, don't send shit to the connection. I'll smack you. I don't add that last part.
Don't send memes.
Tell him where
Norman.
we are.
I'll delete her.
Pharus.
Madness.
Imagine you get. I like to imagine this is like a collect call. Like, this is a collect call coming from a. How your daughter and Daryl need your help. You're on Pharus. Pick up.
Will you accept the charges?
I like that Gabriel Iglesias joke.
And he's just sat there going, pick up. And says nothing because you said don't say anything. And Daryl, you get a sending. You said don't send anything back through the line.
I said don't attack the line. The fucking wizards are weird. I know her dad in particular is a cunt, so no.
And Daryl, you get a sending. Hi, it's me again, the apprentice to Abther. I'm reaching out to see if you still need help on Dilneater?
Acting like she received this 3 to 5 fucking business days later. It's been 2 seconds.
Yes. We still need help. We are in the city of Pharus on Dilneater.
I'm not gonna fucking just say it. Anyway.
You guys all see her say that.
About an hour later, you all see a flash of light at the teleportation circle in the inner sanctum. And you see there this large carriage with a phantom steed pulling it. Abther in the front, or no, Abther is absolutely in the carriage, and you see an apprentice driving the horse as it steps down. And it sees there's a stairwell, and the apprentice turns and knocks on the window and goes, sir? There's a stairs and a horse. And
Daryl will say, it's a horse, not a cow. It will walk down the stairs.
The carriage.
The apprentice looks very nervous looking at this, like
but
like
carriage.
Like somebody with a learner's permit seeing like the interstate for the first time. Like
first time on a roundabout.
Kinda. She's like, okay, easy. And the phantom steed takes a single hoof clop on the steps, and another.
Okay.
Not
don't hit the brakes.
I'm worried about.
The carriage comes down, the horse starts to pick up speed.
That's what I was worried about.
Eventually, you see it like skid and go around a few times. Until Abther gets out, dizzy. That was awful. That was truly terrible. You deserve to lose your your driving privileges.
Why did you ask them to take a
Privileges.
carriage down a flight of stairs?
Also, you could have just, shown up. You didn't have to do the pomp and circumstance.
I've got stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for bringing supplies.
So Archdevil.
Huh?
Archdevil equivalent.
Huh?
More or less.
No. Aptha, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is about to be very interesting.
3 to 6 adult red dragon equivalent threats are headed toward the city right now.
Yikes.
Yes.
what
I
do
have
you-
a plan that I'm going to put up a barrier around the city that stops the
Mhm.
wormlings from getting in.
Good. That's something.
But we need stuff to fuel the spell.
Did you call me?
No, I also want you here because I know you are a very powerful and competent transmutation wizard.
Give me a persuasion check.
Shit,
butter him up.
Shit, Ingren! Can I have advantage considering who?
Yeah, go ahead.
Persuasion. 23.
Uh-huh. Just this begrudging, okay, sure, whatever, you win. I don't feel like fighting this.
You will actually run up to him and give him a hug, too.
Aww.
He will also give you a hug. So,
Morgana way in the background, connected to the tree, just waving.
I see you all are doing well. Been a minute. Glad to see you all are doing well after the Moonwatch stuff.
Kind of side-eye Zankari. He is actually quite pissed about that.
I mean, so is most of the continent.
I don't like people touching my things.
I can't really blame you for that.
He
This
says
guy
as
who melted down an entire treasury of gold.
I was about to say, it says the guy holding somebody else's staff and book.
And living in someone else's tower.
We don't even know if that's his real body.
He's actually been playing as a different Get Yankee every session. The markings, you just haven't noticed the markings were different.
Every time he long rests, he just swaps it for a healthy body.
Yeah.
Burning out the merge.
What did you bring?
Uh,
Beside your lovely assistant.
he opens the door and steps, just a little step stool, just falls down. Step into the parlor and see everything I have organized.
Spider to the fly.
Please come in and rob me of all that I've worked hard to acquire.
You said it.
Whispers to him, I know as well as you do that you stole half of this.
And they don't, so shut up.
I think we gathered.
Mm,
She looks over at what Zonkiri is currently doing in the market.
Oh, yes. That one can read lips, so...
I wish I had warning on that. Noted. Time to wear a mask.
So, fun little trivia fact.
Mm-hmm.
In Curse of Strahd, you can find...
John Strahd, CEO of Ravenloft Studios.
No, you can find Mordekainen.
Oh?
The Mordekainen.
Yeah, the guy.
Bopping around. And when you find him, he's insane. But if you cure him, you find out he's Mordekainen. And he can be one of the people that helps you defeat Strahd. And he has, the stats of an Archmage. Makes the fight really fucking easy. But,
I would imagine.
But if he's not your fated ally, he refuses to help you on account of the fact that when he got kind of thrown into the area he was thrown into, his staff and his spell book got knocked off of him and fell into the area somewhere, and he doesn't know where they are. And he says that he's not comfortable, taking on Strahd von Zarovich without his staff and spellbook. for very clear reasons. Thing is, though, if you offer to help him find it, he flat out refuses you and tells you not to follow him, and if you do, he'll kill you because he knows how adventurers are, and he knows that the moment you saw his spellbook and staff, you'd try to kill him for it. That is his actual reasoning written in the book to give if the players offer to help him find this stuff.
Not even like, no, because then you're going to make me fight Strahd?
No.
No, you're gonna try to steal my shit.
Yo, mug me as soon as you see it.
He's not actually... Strahd got the drop on him and was able to knock his stuff off of him, and he's been searching for it while under the effect of a mind blink, and the continuous mind blink he's had on him has kind of made him go a little loopy. He's actually not... He's actually fully capable of fighting Strahd if it's like a straight-up 1v1.
Well, I mean, yeah. Strahd is in his Tome of Foes.
Yeah. But, yeah, his actual reasoning written in the book for not helping you is your adventurers, and he knows exactly what kind of adventurers you are because he knows what kind of adventurer he is, and he knows what he's done to get this stuff.
Damn it, Shane. It's that fucking EDP.
Question.
Hey.
Question, God.
Strahd's
So
like,
I can assume you're gonna get a thing put together later of what Apther brought.
He has a carriage that is, second Doctor Who reference, bigger on the inside and connects to his tower. He will really only let you in, kind of in the same morning kind of way. He's like, no, I don't trust any of you all not to.
I know how you are.
And Dariel gets a pass. The rest of you stay out.
Well, yeah, he raised Andariel.
He knows she's gonna steal his shit. He doesn't have to worry about it.
She ain't gonna steal his shit. She's gonna take it, leave a list of what she took, and say thanks.
She's gonna guilt trip him into letting her have it.
Oh, like the scroll of teleport that he gave her? Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. But he has...
The one that's currently sitting in Zankiri's bag.
He doesn't need to know.
We'll invite you in and ask you give him the rundown of everything that's going on, and he will offer up what resources he's...
Lord Dump. I mean, she will never hide anything from him.
So,
Wasted effort.
I imagine your long rest is just going over your adventures so far. Talking about the current adventure, like, well, this refers back to this.
Previously on Avatar.
A long ass previously on. Kind of like what happened earlier this session. You break it down for him, he kind of just sits there and listens, and then will offer you pretty much anything he has will be offered to you because he has a soft spot for you. But he will begrudgingly sound like it is costing him so much and it's such a pain in the ass to have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
he knows better.
Like, you're no.
Let me clarify. Anything Andariel asks for.
No, look what he's circling.
Memorial District.
I
have
how
many
days
you
maybe have problems
See
with
the
you
reaction
using
Shane
that.
put in chat? That's me right now.
Zankiri, after he looks at the
Remember my
town map
penalty.
and he just drops it and he starts heading off and like, Zankiri, where are you going? I found the real market.
Simple. I'm going to go commit a blasphemy. A big one.
No.
It's a good thing that Memorial District's flooded with Astray energy.
Why?
Because that was where the assault happened.
Of course it is.
That's what I said early in the session. Because
Hey,
God.
Apther,
Yeah.
I don't suppose you have any skeletons of large and brutal creatures.
On display, yeah.
Are they actual skeletons? Or replicas?
The DM will roll for each one.
Can we, borrow, with no intention of returning, some of your skeletons?
Give me a persuasion check.
I found you this book. She's gonna hand him a book.
Oh, which one was this again? This was
Wait.
the politics.
The politics one.
Yeah, I have the agriculture.
I was gonna take away your advantage for persuasion because you're starting to push it, and then you gave him this. Give me another advantage persuasion.
Damn it.
20.
He takes the book, starts to look at it.
And a promise that if I find any really interesting skeletons that Zankari doesn't use, I'll give it to you.
Could have mumbled that way quieter.
It's the fucking Lightning McQueen. And with a little rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. It's just any skeletons we find and any skeletons we find that Zankiri can't even use, I'll give to you. Like, he has such a weakness for you. He's just all right.
Hug.
Fine.
Thanks. And very quietly in his ear. Thanks, Dad.
Vomits blood.
And now you just succeed. He's just
Like, God damn it.
it's over for him. He's undone. He's all right. He hands you the whole ass keys to his vault area, which normally, the apprentices aren't allowed to go to. They get a little rune to send it in there. He's the only one who goes to the actual vault. He gives you a key, tells you to keep it.
Keep it.
Take what you need. If you need things again, if you need to pop by the tower when I'm not there, just let me know what you take, so I know what to get.
I will always leave a list.
I appreciate that.
Oh, I just had an idea.
So he has level 7 spells, which means he's at least level 16?
To get the level of spell slot that you can reach, you double the number of the slot and then -1. So at least 13 for 7.
13, you're right.
13. Oh, so he's only got 2 levels on us at this point.
How the timetables.
His baby girl's catching up to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a long way to go before I reach my siblings.
Oh. Morgana kicking a pebble as she says that.
Morgana's still way in the background next to a tree.
Yeah.
Karen walks over to Morgana, just sits down on the floor. I'm out of shit to do. What about you?
We are maintaining surveillance.
Fair enough. So, any progress on the curse front? Anything happen?
I'd say probably we've gotten you were expecting a letter and a care package from... Did Kroby give you one yet?
No, you give me nothing.
Okay.
You
will receive from Krobeak the, I think, didn't she just say she could arrange somebody to take it over for you? No questions asked?
I don't know.
You given me nothing, Connor. You said you'd look into it.
I talked to you about it a couple sessions ago. When you first left Pharus, like, before you got on the road, you said, hey, could I have done some sendings to these people?
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave you a rundown of, like, that they were going to look for options. I don't remember exactly what Krobeak says. I know Ajax is looking for a loophole.
Yeah.
To try and get it undone. But I don't remember exactly what Krobeak's angle was.
I know she could
offer up a guinea pig.
She could do that, and I mentioned if there's any way to just move it to someone else without killing them.
She'll send you a letter that she thinks she has a way.
Alright.
And asks, how much do you want to know about the process, or you just want it gone?
I want to do it myself to make sure it's done right.
She planned on doing a thing with her coven. Did you want to spectate it and be more, in her words, quote, morally obliged to understand and consent to what she's going to do? Or would you rather remain in the dark and just accept
I've been
the
in
results?
as many orcs guts as you've been in Crow's Wound.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right.
Phrased however you want.
During medical procedures, I hope.
Well,
Wouldn't you like to know,
they're under
Necro boy?
anesthetic. She is essentially telling you, I know you have very strong moral convictions, I'm giving you the option to not know more.
Fuck.
Okay.
That was awful.
Okay.
After Fergus said after medical procedures, I hope the instant thing in my mind was there was Anastasia either way. So
That's what I said.
Karen wants to know.
Cosby.
Karen wants to know how to do this ritual because he has something he wants to talk to Morgana about.
Crowbeak will detail. She plans on basically putting it on a voodoo doll, essentially, and sticking somebody else with it. She's gonna make a fake person with DM bullshit magic, as you all have described it, and make them bear it until she feels like going and sticking it to somebody else.
As hesitantly, Karen will mention he intends to put it on himself.
She will ask you why.
Because I have like 4 years left to live, and I'm too petty to let the vampires get away with it.
She says that actually brings the price way down.
And on that front, I also need to ask for you get that ready to send over me. I gotta talk to someone else real quick.
You get a drawing of a thumbs up emoji.
All right, Morgana. If I start freezing over or bleeding, don't freak out.
Hold on, Karen.
Mm,
Glad I caught you
What?
before you go talking to the bitch. Sorry. Well, no, not really, but blasphemy is in my nature.
I am aware.
I have something for you. Lots of somethings, actually. Things that
Don't give me
might. I'm not going to give you gonorrhea?
No, I said God baby bits.
Oh. No. Here. This is everything I liberated from the ivory market's coffers. See if you can use it to bribe one of your gods' plainer allies, if you so desire. And if so, the DM does not wish to actually give me an entire market's worth of coin.
Why, thank you, Zankuri. This is a perfectly plot-worthy development.
The DM does not wish to give you a whole market's worth of coin, and would like to accept this compromise.
The player is petty, though.
So it's a deal, then?
I don't like it when you say it like that.
I was about to say, Zonkiri leans through the fourth wall into Connor's ear. Glad we made this arrangement.
Are you ready?
Ugh.
You know, the sad part is, too, even if he knew he was in a game, he'd still be doing stuff just to have fun. He'd be playing.
God.
So what I'm hearing is he would literally be Deadpool.
Yes.
Undead.
No, I'm about to make some. I'm about
I
to.
can just imagine, like, after we finally clap the mistress, and she's like on the
Mistress?
floor. Oh, Gleeful Isles, whatever,
Mistress.
Mystic, whatever. She didn't
Very
have to say
different
anyway.
domain.
Shut the fuck up, as if that's inaccurate.
Tyrion's
Anyway,
having a vision. It's just, instead of scary birds, just the velvet robe. Just, we want to play a game.
whatever. You know what I
That is
meght.
kind of game
Anyway.
I'm interested in
And
playing.
he just downs her ass, and he's like, "I'm the one that wins the games."
And then it rolls credits because he said the title of the movie.
He pulls it with a dual disc for some reason.
Canonically, that's where he stores his inspiration cards.
Oh,
He's just been walking around. You all been having dual discs this whole time. Hanging off the wrist.
I'm sending you to the shadow
They
realm.
function better than my chainsaws.
Probably.
Does it require you to roll a d20?
Damn.
It required me to roll a d20. I don't know, but it requires me 3 turns to make them work.
So my phone call.
To Ajax or Godmom?
No, I was going to. I pray to Ilvian and lay out my selfish and non-selfish reasons for wanting to take on this tangential curse that, and just the confirmation that it won't fuck with my cleric abilities.
Give me. She's a
Yes.
god who is You
I
are
am
one
not-
of her most devoted people, and she is. It's a god with a domain of letting people do what they want. You sit and meditate for a while. I'm assuming you cast Commune or something.
I could if I knew, and I assume I knew ahead of time that I'd be doing this because I've been planning this. So let me just switch some shit around.
That is
'Cause I
generally
assume
how
we're getting
you talk to your
yeah,
god.
because I'm assuming we're getting another long rest in for then, so I'm just gonna cut commune. There we go. At least one more long rest, I assume, because 48 hours. Took 8.
24 to 48.
Anyway, so yeah.
You will get a response not only that this won't fuck with your things, but that if this is what you want to go down, she will attempt to support the transition.
Thank you. And I check to make sure I haven't started bleeding or freezing over like last time.
You just have this lingering intention from her that
Alright.
this undying cleric of hers is something she wouldn't be opposed to.
Alright. I'll call back Crope again if I've gotten any correspondence from Ajax as well. I'll start to mix and match which one seems like a better option.
He mentioned stuff about he has some ideas on places you could adventure to look for some things to probably find a loophole, and there's a story of this guy did a thing, but that doesn't really make sense.
You tell you about my grandpa, who had a very interesting relationship with his patron.
He just there's this very long-winded note of seemingly unrelated things that he feels like if you do these, almost like trying to describe basically to do the Konami code. He's like, if you do this, this, and this, you might have a loophole where you're able to shift the curse off of a person.
I thank you, Ajax, but we are running out of time. I need a boost. But I thank you for your efforts nonetheless. Probik.
757.
Yeah. Probik. Give me a second to talk to Morgana. Hey, Morgana.
Yes.
So, I found a way to rid you of your curse. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I do plan on taking that upon myself.
Why?
As it will give me nothing but gains, and whereas it is actively harming you. I'm not exactly partial to dying immediately, so I'm looking for any boost that I can get. So if you're amenable to that,
Can I please get a reminder on what this thing's doing to me?
Curse of immortality, your body's under stress, you're an agent of birth, it's an agent of death.
Antimatter matter.
You're gonna cancel each other out if you let it go on long enough. And
I see.
nothing's happened yet, but you will start to splinter and lose yourself if you keep it.
Ooh, more schizophrenia.
Rewind.
Yeah, and it's a curse of immortality on an already immortal being, essentially.
What
Allegedly.
How do we hear disturbed music? Oh god, trigger!
Morgana will just look up at Karen as she's just sitting next to the tree, plugged into it. And it will prove no hazard to yourself.
I am, the experts say, supposedly. Look, Morgana. I'm surrounded by very special people. Zenkiri is an entity beyond any mortal comprehension. You're now amalgamation.
Or immortal.
Guiding bolt. You are a scion of rebirth, quite literally. I poke a thumb at Katira, a master martial artist from a insane world adapted to survive by stripping her emotions. I point another finger at Andariel. The personal ward of a archmage, as well as borderline sister something companion to a what are the winds called? Jinn. To a royal Jinn. Silver is the culmination of many bounty hunters and crazy people that do a lot of artificing. I'm just an old man who's avoided death via becoming a bear. This was coming to kill me. God damn.
Polar bear.
Yes. That is it. I'm a cleric who's also a bear. And frankly, I've only managed to eke another 3-4 years, maybe. And I'm no closer to saving my homeland, except that I hear a lot of the children have been taken to the inner city orphanages. Most of the people I know are either dead, captured, or possibly enthralled to the vampires. Now, you might not have noticed, but I'm a little petty. And that really pisses me off. So I'd like to be around to stop him. So if you're amenable, I would like to take that upon myself as the only thing, so as far as that has been shown from it, is longevity. And that I can be something totally upon myself instead of making Zenk to make a clone of me.
Well, I'll just look up at him from the ground. Then just stand up, unplugging from the tree as it had just pinged. She doesn't need to connect for another 10 minutes. And she'll just walk up to him. We're like the same height, right?
Roughly. I'm like 7'2", you're like 10 feet tall.
No, that's not 10 feet.
Larger than
6'4".
life. Oh, I'm taller than you.
Oh, okay. Well, she'll look up at Karen then. If it will help you and not hinder you or destroy you in any sort of way, then we have no opposition.
Thank you. Alright, Krobik, how do we do this?
Krobik stepping out of the shadows, apparently.
Well, I still have the phone on hold. You know what, hang on. I don't want to spend those spell slots. And Daryl, can I have your Krobik phone real quick?
As you turn around to shout at Andario, Morgana's just gonna grab your face and turn you back around. And she's just gonna sternly look at you straight in the eyes.
What?
We will help you with this. As long as you promise not to downplay yourself like that anymore.
Sure.
You are just as impressive as anyone else in this group.
Anyway, sending. Karen just scratches the back of his head and looks off. Isn't Dara like fully in the carriage talking with? Then I won't bother her Father Dara moment. I'll just use sending for.
Krobik's willing to meet you as soon as possible for an expedition fee.
Can you get to Dillinger?
For an expedition fee.
How much?
200 gold to get there today. 500 for the procedure.
Gold. So, sure. How do I send it to you?
And pick it up when I get there.
All right, by all means, come on. I'll be like platinum.
10 minutes later, 3 ladies in 3 old crones in matching hooded cloaks appear. I've come for my money.
I've come from the curse. All right. Let's see. It was what was the price again? 200 and then 500.
700 total.
700 total. All right. My brain's frazzled. How many is in fucking platinum?
70.
Yeah, I'll just drop 70 platinum in her hand.
You do so. Morgana, she grabs you and says she's going to need you for what's going on.
No radar for you.
She takes 2 wicker chairs, places them back to back, and tells you both to sit. After you sit, she takes out a rope, ties you both together.
Why is it always your curse is the most bondage intensive?
Mm-hmm. I didn't design it. I just know it works.
I have it on good authority. You do design it. You fucking anyway.
Doing my magic. No time to talk.
If a gag comes anywhere near my mouth, I'm casting Dawn.
Not if I tie your hands.
None of that.
She then forms a circle of salt around you, places some wax candles in a pentagon around you, and the 3 of them stand just inside the circle and begin chanting. You all kind of just, in passing, notice there's like some occult shit going on.
Oh, go Vaiditsa, just at the other end of the square.
Yeah, like as you're like looting the market, Dunkir, you look up and see this like everybody's just on their business and just a random 10-minute stretch. There's fucking 3 witches. There's red. They've got like they've got a Chris out and they're like chanting, waving it in the air. Like, just kind of take a moment, and Morgana, you feel a piece of your hair gets cut off. So does yours, Karen.
Okay.
And she says, "Now I need you both to open your mouth." And the Morgana hair goes in your mouth, Karen, and the Karen hair goes in your mouth, and Morgana. Don't swallow.
Eat this!
Morgana's just gonna deadpan just stare at Crowbeak.
And it's like fiber wire.
It's just fiberglass in your mouth.
Oh!
She continues going, and you will feel your heads like there's a weight, as if somebody was pulling back on your heads into the back of your skulls, or skull plates. Touch.
Oh fuck, wrong chat.
And you feel this force between your necks as if there was a rope
What happened?
pulling them together. And
Sorry,
Karen,
I just got back.
you feel this warmth all over your body. Your skin tingles. Pupils dilate. You grip onto the chair for dear life. And as she finishes this ritual, you feel this burning, like sunburn sensation on the back of your neck. And Morgana, you feel you can unclench whatever muscle you've been holding on to for the past week or so. Alright, now you can swallow the hair. Or spit it out and do
What?
whatever you're gonna do.
Do I have to swallow it?
Yes.
Insight check!
Absolute bullshit.
Tell me!
Come on, Midoriya, eat the hair.
Come on, Krobik.
Roll it.
Oh!
Again.
Ty goes to the defender.
I want to have him roll again.
22,
Rolly.
you bitch!
Rollies.
You do not have to swallow it.
Rude.
Come on, don't you want to get all of Morgana's powers?
I already have most of her muscle. I don't need that.
Come on, All
You're
Might.
gonna ruin your transference of all for one. Or one for all. My bad.
One for Bam. No. I'm good. I don't. Everyone gotta swallow the fucking fiber optic hair follicles. I won't.
There for all.
Coward.
Bear.
Bear for all!
It was quiet, but not on
Bear
notice.
for all!
You feel the sensation drumming in the back of your neck.
That's very strange.
You feel
I'll rub the mark.
you feel like there's something knotted up in your werebearness. Like you know shifting is gonna feel weird. You wanna try it?
Yes.
You go hybrid or full bear?
Hybrid.
You're clenching. Give me a wisdom check.
Bear. Bleh.
You summon Misha by accident. She looks up at you and tilts their head.
Let's try that again.
Give me another. You shift into the hybrid form. You're clenching. Misha just comes up and is rubbing on your neck.
Who's
Or on your leg.
Who's just scratch under her neck?
And a little static electricity from rubbing zaps Misha.
Ow!
You
Fuck!
wiggle their nose. You shift back to Karen.
That was weird.
Misha looks at you.
Hey, Misha. I'll pick Misha up. Who's your good?
Misha is bigger than you thought. He's size small.
Oh, that's weird. you're getting fat.
You pick him
Has
up, he
Morgana-
feels heavier.
Has Morgana been feeding you biscuit? Oh!
As you're holding him, you feel your hands being pushed apart as he grows to a size medium.
And I fall over.
It finally stops as Misha goes full polar bear and enters the size large and looks at you.
Big bear!
Morgana, help! Karen's buried under fluff. Morgana, assist him. Look, all the fluff, help me.
And as you place your hand up, you see a flash of light and a magical sigil appear in front of Misha's chest. As you recall, this Ashen Rider had a designated mount. Shout out to the people just tearing up their fucking tires outside of my apartment.
That's the sound Misha makes now. She's now a motorcycle.
Her bones contort, a wheel appears.
Yeah.
The original, the creature you fought had a mount that was a part of its abilities. And you have
Oh, good. I'm
some weird conjecture of your werebear curse. Misha can turn into a bear for your mount.
Cool.
I'll pat massive Misha. You've gained a few pounds. Who's our good Misha?
Misha on their back, just belly up, leg kicking in the air from the belly scratches.
Hey, Morgana, come over here.
Oh god, there's a huge polar bear with pristinely soft fur.
There's a very
Large,
fat,
I should say.
pristinely white polar bear in front of you.
It looks soft.
Vanna's gonna squint her eyes at Karen. Pick up Misha.
I don't. Can you?
Yeah, barbarian.
Bro.
Just see, pull up the. He's just like a cat wiggling, like ah.
Eventually stops fighting it.
And after holding Misha for like 30 seconds with her face buried in Misha's fur, you just set Misha down and just pat on the head.
Nuzzles up to you.
There's have no right to be this cute and deadly at the same time.
If they're not meant to be friends, why are they friends? Shame!
And as you finish...
Oh.
And as we finish this curse transference, Crowbeak, still there for you if you want to talk to her next week. We will pick up there, not next week, but the week after.
What's happening next week?
I have plans.
Ooh.
I got a swim meet I volunteered to drive for.
Cringe.
I
Fair.
actually need to double check the times on that to make sure that I can get back here for Sunday morning. Because I have a shift for that, or I need to ask to change shifts with somebody. But that'll be where we leave it. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Woo!